rise high. Top 4 lists where legends never die. Video games, movies, sports on the line. Your favorites carved in stone divine. It's all about your top 4, nothing more. Rushmore Show kicking down the door. Ranking the icons, the greats we adore. It's all about your top 4, nothing more.
This is a Rushmore Show where it's all about your top 4 and nothing more. Andy, it's Thursday night. 3 people in the chat say hello. It's Thursday, which means we're climbing another mountain, and the mountain we're climbing today, as you can see, I'm rocking neon today. We always got the pink behind me, but we're gonna do new wave artists, and man, this was a fun one. I love the 80s. It's a blast. So we're gonna take a blast of the past. We're gonna bring some people with us. We got the 80s icons showing up. We've got one of our music podcaster friends showing up, and we're gonna have a good time. So Andy, a lot of things going on this week. I am finishing up. I got 14 days left of school, and I am out of here. Doses. I'm 14 days left, and it is time to roll out. And man, say hello if you're showing up to the show. And look, if we break the record, hang around. Woo! Record, I'm going to do some Bean Boozle.
What is the record, Kirk?
The record is 47, I think. 47. I'll even take 46. Hello, random Mr. Carrot. Welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome back, Mr. Carrot. Hey, so let's talk. So a couple things. Andy, we have had a blast this week, kind of just sharing things, and I just want to say thank you to hello, Mr. C from Smash. Thanks to the Academy. Thanks to my guy Brian Play-Doh. We were able to, from you guys, the Summit Squad, to solidify just a little bragging rights. And look, I'm saying we because it's not just me. You guys carried us through. 16 in the chat, say hello. We won best shield slinger of New Orleans.
Say that.
And we are the best shield slinger in New Orleans. So
right
there it is. The winner. Winner, chicken dinner. And man, I'm thankful. Thank you, Brian. There are some fierce competitors. I beat a real superhero named Dope Smack. I beat a real live heavyweight champion wrestler in Carnage Nola. Yes. I beat the superhero of all conventions, John Stout. Then we also had the Luscos in there. We had Johnny was in there, Johnny 5. There's so many people that was in there. But thank you to all you guys for that. And we are let's get into the show a little bit. So we are talking, this is the last bit of 80, or not 80s, but the last show for music. I'm already setting up movies. We got movie people showing up next week. We're rolling in the set, and we're getting ready for top 4 movies coming up for the next 2 months. This is the last music one, and music will be back. It will be back in September and October. So if you want to be on the show and be a part of music in September and October, let us know. If you want to be on movies and TV, let us know. And video games, let us know. That's all coming up. But Andy, tonight, top 4 new wave artists of all time. And I think we need to explain what new wave is, because it seems like the internet thinks it's just the 80s.
Yeah, there's some fine lines here, but I think that we should welcome our friends on and get their expertise on what new wave is.
Well, that's what I figured. That's what we would do. So let's do it right now. Everybody, are you ready? If you're ready, in the chat, spam the chat with Go 80s, I guess. And let's welcome in our guests to do top 4 new wave bands, new wave artists, new wave singers of all time. let's go back. Let's get it. And we're back with top 80s. It's kind of top 80s, but it's really not. We're going top 4 new wave bands of all time. Let's get our friends out here so they can help us explain it. And get 35. That was a big jump. Hey guys, if y'all hang around, I'm gonna eat some Bean Boozled. But we have to get to 47, so don't go nowhere.
47.
In the chat, we're talking new wave music. Don't go nowhere. And I'll eat a bunch of these Bean Boozled.
Dropped to 14.
And they chopped them either. They don't care. And so with that being said, new wave bands of all time. Let's get our guy. So our first guest tonight, who is going to go second, right? Let's get him on the show. Our buddy for the second time, Tyler Peters from Tyler Talks, Tyler Takedowns, Tyler Talks Music. Let's get the DTP Productions out here. Tyler is in the house. Tyler also is the head PA announcer for the Fighting Lions, I believe they are. And the Lionesses. Did they go by Lionesses when they're in softball?
Well, it's actually Lady Lions, but it's close
Lady
enough.
Lions.
It's the Lions. Hey, it's all relative. So thank you for
So
that challenge.
Tyler, tell us all about you. Well, no, let's get the icon out here too. The icon, not Sting, but just as good as Sting. Let's get him out here. Our 80s buddy, Smash Ventura from We're Living in the 80s.
Say hello to the Smash guy.
Podcast, radio show, YouTube channel. He's all over the place. He's coming back. He's back, ladies and gentlemen, on the internet next week. He's going to tell you all about that in a second. But before Smash tells you all about that, let's talk to Tyler. Tyler,
Yes.
tell us all about Tyler Talks, what you got going on your little corner of the internet, and why would you want to be on a show with this guy below me right here? At least on my side's below me. He looks like an 80s hairband. Why are you going to be on a show with this guy? Tell us all about your friendship, and let's get this thing moving.
Yes.
No, one of the reasons I want to be on this show with the great Smash Ventura and the great Kirk and Andy from the Rushmore Show is because Smash Ventura brings an energy, as you all know. The first impression that I got from Smash, I'm like, I've got to connect with this guy. And he's been such a mentor to me. I mean, he doesn't think he's been, but I happen to think this guy has helped me tremendously during my podcast journey, and including you all, Kirk and Andy. The Rushmore Show's been just awesome. And Smash Ventura, we connected. We did the Figure Guys podcast, and then we've just been friends ever since. I just have so much knowledge and have gotten an education from this guy, and it's just going to be a fun time. And by the way, DDP Productions, I'll tell you a little bit about that because we do need to move along. It's got the shows Tyler Talks Music, which we'll talk a lot of genres of music, whether 80s, 70s, it'll go into 90s, you name it. Tyler's Takedowns, we'll talk wrestling, the same premise, old school wrestling to the modern day, current day product of professional wrestling. So, just join me, follow me on social media, on those platforms. On Instagram, it's Tyler Talks Music, Tyler's Takedowns on there. On Facebook, there's pages. So please check me out. It's growing. I'm taking a hiatus right now because I'm in the process of getting ready to move, but I'm still putting content out there. And I just got to shout you all out. It's a privilege to be on the Rushmore Show again and to talk some new wave music. And that's all I got because I want to hear from the Neon Icon and more from Andy and Kirk. Out of respect. I love you all. Yeah.
What I want to know is when are we going to call up the amazing Diamond Dallas Page and get him to go DTP? Yeah, we need that.
Well, I need to do some yoga, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah. Because we need that as a part of your intro. And hey, Smash, you've been on. This is third time. Oh, we did Wrestling Big Men. I think we did Ladies of the 80s with Jason Nupp.
We sure did.
And then and now we're gonna do new wave. Tell everybody what is happening over on the neon part of the world, and what you got going on coming up, and then let's get this show going.
All right, brother. In short, my magic.
No. We're not gonna do it in short. We want to know the whole thing. Man.
Okay. You don't want a piece. You want the whole thing. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
The neon kingdom that I proudly built by knowing great people like you and the awesome audience out there, it's coming back, and it's coming back in full force. I got a DeLorean loaded with a year's worth of awesome new content, baby. Woo! That's right. Yeah. Smash Ventura TV returns May 2nd, Saturday night, May 2nd at 8 p.m. We've got a great show. It's in the new format everyone requested. And Sunday night, right after that, also at 8 p.m. on star1079.com, the radio show that helped introduce me to everybody. We're living in the 1980s with Smash Ventura. So this May 2nd, Saturday night, return of Smash Ventura TV on the We're Living in the 1980s YouTube channel, and the radio show We're Living in the 1980s returning Sunday night, May 3rd at 8 p.m. on star1079.com. That's where I've been. That's where I'm going. The DeLorean's wide open. I'm adding an extension onto the back. We're all going to climb in, baby. We're going to take the ride.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, so this is how it's going to work tonight. Smash, you're first, then Tyler's second. I'm third, and Andy is fourth. Andy's always fourth in the music round. And, he won't be next time, by the way, Andy, because it just won't line up right, I don't think. I think because maybe.
Who cares about numbers anyway?
Yeah. So, and so what that means is, Smash, you're first.
Yes,
You've
sir.
been here before. We talk about criteria being kind of the most important thing when we build our lists. And these are just fun lists that we all want to feel like this community is just shooting the breeze over a cup of coffee, a nice Coke Zero, and hanging out at the table and just we call it nostalgia therapy. We're going back in time just to talk about all the things that we've lived. And
by the way, stick around for halftime. That you mentioned nostalgia therapy. I got something special for you guys.
So I was trying to mouth it to you during the intro. I was
it's happening at halftime.
I was like, that's the other thing I was trying to think of earlier. And I was like, oh. And anyways, I didn't know if you saw me. But nostalgia therapy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to climb a mountain. But here's the thing.
Yes, sir.
All of our nostalgia's in different parts of the world. We grew up in different times. We're different ages.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I'm born in the 70s. I'm an 80s guy. Andy actually was born in the 80s for about a second. He's a 90s guy, and he's still going to give us his greatest new wave as 90s guy. So his might be a little different because he didn't actually live in the 80s like us, Smash. He just wishes he lived in the 80s like us. So there you go.
Yeah, but he brings an awesome perspective.
Exactly. So the criteria is important. Yeah. You tell us kind of what you were thinking. I kind of mentioned my criteria to you guys in the green room beforehand. I'll share mine a little bit later. But I think it's really important because this new wave, well, first off, Andy, before we even get started, let's talk about what is new wave so that we all know.
Yeah. I think we should clarify.
Yeah.
Let's clarify what's new wave. I'm sure we all did our homework. And I looked up this definition quite a bit, and just to get it out there, it is mostly 80s, but it did start kind of in the 70s, and it's got a little bit more to that. So this is kind of the definition that's out there on the intranet, and then we could kind of discuss it. So new is and I had saved it for just this. New wave is a genre of 70s, 80s pop rock music, originally a stylish, accessible alternative to punk rock. It features quirky lyrics, fast tempos, and heavy synth use. Beyond music, it defines a trend or movement breaking with tradition in art, film, or fashion. Key examples, I won't give those, because
Yeah.
that might be what we talk about. Really what Andy and I were talking is a lot of synthesizer today, a lot of synth. And we also were discussing, we're like, dude, I don't think this particular band actually fits in my mind, at least in the new wave. But hey, if you guys say them, more power to you. So your first Smash, and
that guy.
I wasn't going to say Smash. What's the thing? And I
That's
want
all
to
right,
make
buddy.
sure I honored that. So you're up, Smash, and say your criteria, and then jump into your Rosie, number 4.
Doing the radio show as long as I have, and again, this we're all gonna have like a different angle on this. What you read as the description for new wave, I believe generally fits, but I think new wave is in layers, because you have the heavy synth layer, and then you have like the kind of synth Casio piano sound layer, and then without mentioning any bands in particular, then you got kind of the lesser synth touch of Casio piano kind of poppy layer. So my list is going to be from the.
I mean, if it doesn't have a guitar today, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, so I mean, just me personally, I think it comes in layers, and I love. Some people might be like, well, that doesn't really fit, but from my point of view, it's like, okay, that one's more of a third layer one. So that's where I'm coming from with it. I think
I like it. I like it. So you put together a great list today of artists. What is your number 4? This is the first. This is where we're starting the mountain off. We're starting to climb. Where are we going with Rosie of new wave artists?
My number 4 is one of my favorites, Talking Heads, Once in a Lifetime.
Nice. Talking
Heads. What a great band. What a great band. Now, tell me all about Talking Heads. What do you like most about them? You mentioned a song right there. Say the song.
Once in a Lifetime. I've always loved that song, but it rekindled in a movie called Hot Tub Time Machine, in the happy ending, right? So the style of their music videos, the vibe of their sound, I mean, when I start thinking John Hughes or like MTV, or our attachment to video games and things like that, Talking Heads, especially Once in a Lifetime, is one of those songs that pops right into my head thinking of those things. Great sound, great artistry, I think the word is. Just a great look and sound.
So I'll jump in here, and there's a reason I don't have them on my top 4 today, and I'll explain that in a second.
Okay.
But I do love this band. They're sitting in what was called the deep respect tier here. And deep respect is I like 5 songs from Talking Heads today. And they were a potential Benjamin for me. And I really do love most of their hits. And like you said, the John Hughes connection for a lot of these things today is going to be big. It's going to be very big. Not just John Hughes, but just 80s movies in general. I love soundtracks. I don't know why. Like soundtracks, just like it's a missing art to the movies nowadays. Nowadays, everything is on basically a score. It's just like this, like we got to have this like whole deal, like John Williams is doing it. And back in the 80s, I mean, there were so many songs just made for the movie that one-hit wonders, and people just blew up because of this. And a good soundtrack, man, brings me right back to 1985, right? 1983, 1986. And I love the Talking Heads. Good pull. Yeah. Tyler, do you love Andy, Thailand? Do you guys love it?
You found their tag team name. Yes,
we're tag team. Hey, I appreciate the Talking Heads. Burning Down the House is a great song. Yeah, it's a banger. So, Andy, I'll let him go and talk more about it. But yeah, Talking Heads. That's awesome to me.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the Talking Heads. They were my 5. They were in my top 4 for a while, and then I started kind of like just running through different things. And so I had to bump them down just a little bit, but absolutely banger. I love them too, because when we talk about new wave, and I'm sure we'll talk about it plenty tonight. We kind of alluded to it earlier. It's not just synth. Now, synth is very defining of new wave, but like when you and Talking Heads has synth, but I wouldn't say they're necessarily synth. Like that's all that they are. They're very in line with kind of how you mentioned how new wave is like an off branch and offshoot of like the punk kind of scene, and they're not punk like thrash punk, right? But that kind of that whole feel there. So I absolutely love the Talking Heads. Mad respect. Psycho Killer is probably one of the coolest songs of all time.
So yeah, I got Psycho Killer. This Must Be the Place. Once in a Lifetime, and She Was, and Burning Down the House.
Yes.
Take Me to the River. Take Me to the River is a great one. Like they got
Take Me to the River is a cool one too.
I love Talking Heads. One thing I will add to, and it'll probably just talking about new wave in general. I think that, and you guys can, again, I'm outside of this, born in 89, so I'm just whatever.
You still count, brother. You still count.
Huge thing that pushed new wave to the forefront was MTV. I think that because
that's a good point.
It wasn't just like the music, but it was also the image, right? We have music videos now, right? So now we can mess around with that technology, and there's some great music videos that are out there too that are probably going to be attributed to many bands that we talked about tonight, but I think that it was like a perfect storm and a perfect moment. And, new wave really honestly didn't last very long in the grand scope of music, but it was in that right moment. And there's even bands today that are 100%, you're like, they were definitely new wave fans. You know what I mean? Like growing up. So mad respect for it, especially the Talking Heads pick. What a fantastic way to start the mountain.
Well said, brother. Well said.
So
that's
I'm as an 80s kid now that I have a good point. Am I in?
I love it.
Dude, you have an appreciation for it. You're in. This is a very welcoming
Hey,
club.
who's in here? Mecha Otaku Gamer. Oh, by the way, I put Kevin's comment up there while y'all were talking, and I forgot to say hello back to him. Kevin is my 8th grade friend back in the day. And so he's my age. He might enjoy quite a few of these bands. I know he has a different love of music in a different genre. But yeah, what's up? And Mecha Otaku Gamer, yo, what's up? Right? That's kind of like the old Budweiser, what's up commercial, right? Yeah, so Mecha Otaku, welcome back. We actually had a Mecha Otaku about 2 months ago on he's a great guy. Yeah. Thanks for being been busy all month, and I miss bro, you are amazing. We love you. You don't have to catch every show. Just when you do, say hello. That's it. We're not out here to make $1 million. We're just out here to have fun with the community, and every time you can come, we'd love you to be here, man. So Tyler talks music. Let's talk music, Tyler.
By the way, I had the privilege and honor.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler Talks podcast. I love talking music with this guy. One of my favorites for sure.
And you guys talk drummers.
Yeah. We did.
Now, I haven't done the comparison. I did listen to a little bit of the podcast. I didn't do a comparison. Andy, did you keep the same drummers as in when you did on, or did we kind of shake it?
Probably so. I don't even remember who my 4 were when we did.
Yeah, I was just curious, but
we did 5 on Tyler's show.
Right. All right. I mean, I'm sure Rush was on there. I'm sure Red Hot Chili Peppers were on there. I'm sure Led Zeppelin were on there. And let's see, who was the 4th? Your 4th person was kind of off the beaten path a little bit, if I remember correctly. I know those were your top 3.
I threw Lars in there for Tyler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did. He's got to represent Lars, and it was a great time. Yeah, let me tell you something. Andy's got some great perspective, and I got to be honest. I was only born in '86, so it took me a while to appreciate the '80s. So he's not the only one. I had to speak up and
So-
say, listen, he's not the only one. He's not alone. Yeah.
I'm a 78 guy, born in 78. Andy's an 89. You're 86. Smash.
Yes, sir.
When was the pink hair born?
You want to guess?
I mean, I'm guessing probably in the middle of that. 81.
Nope. 77, baby.
70s.
You're a year older than me.
Yes, I am.
You look so good. I was saying like 2 years younger than me. All right.
It's the pink hair dye. It keeps me young and preserved.
77. All right.
Woo!
So you've got the oldest perspective here.
Oh, now wait a minute here.
I feel good. My gray just got darker.
Hey, at least you got the gray under this wig. It's all dome, baby. Woo!
Well,
We're talking Lex Luthor. Hey, now wait a minute. Now I can't even have that. Okay, I'm sticking with the wig. You know what? I'll throw this in real quick. I feel like the guy in ZZ Top, where Tyler's got a little bit of a goatee going on. You guys got a beard, so I'll be the member of the band that actually is named Beard, but
right?
doesn't have
a
one.
beard.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Old
All right,
man
Tyler,
Smash had a farm.
Tyler, we're going to go to you, man. So give us your criteria to get started, and then we'll get your Rosie for today.
Sure. It was hard to describe what new wave meant to me. Just like Andy, I was born at the tail end of the '80s, but definitely what Smash was describing, and all of you really, with the synth padding that goes along with all these bands. But you're right. It's not always driven by the synthesizer. There's a lot that goes into it that would qualify these bands to be new wave. And maybe there's an argument as to why they would not be in this category of new wave music. But to me, what Kirk said was right on the money. I mean, that's pretty much what I was looking up, because I was wondering, how do they meet the criteria? Because there's a bunch of bands I didn't even realize would be considered new wave, but it made sense. And I was thinking they're really borrowing from an old formula that goes back, that's timeless, really, in music. With there's elements you hear of it back in the early decades, but with the '80s, with the synthesizer, with a certain piano or with whatever instrument, a guitar, bass, drums, you got your own unique sound. But really, it was a melting pot of all those ingredients, because music's cultural as well. So you got a lot of that vibe. I like how Smash used it. So I'm going to borrow a phrase from the great Neon Icon. That's how I would relate it. So I'm really not the guy to go to. How would you, describe new wave? But this is honestly my take on it. I mean, I just think it borrowed from what's cool. You know how Elvis was cool, the Beatles. Well, fast forward from the '70s and '80s. This is the hybrid what we got. When the Clash was coming on, I see the punk, but I see some R&B, some old kind of rockabilly that sneaks in there. So I hear a lot of different mixtures, and it's very intriguing. So that's kind of my takeaway. I may be wrong on that, but that's just me being honest on the new wave criteria.
Yeah. All right. I love that. I love that. So Rosie, number 4.
Yeah, my Rosie, number 4. This band could have easily been number 1. Tears for Fears. I love this band. The vocalists are Kurt Smith and Rich Roland, Orzabal. And actually, I'm not going to pick the song that maybe people are going to envision me selecting. I'm actually going to go with the song Change from their first album, 1983, called The Hurting. And I just love the message that they relay in their lyrics. I'm not trying to get political or anything like that, but they took that route, did Tears for Fears, and with a lot of emotional subjects like depression and hurting and change. Like they wanted to see a shift in the way that things were done around the world. So you would hear that. I think they filmed the video in Japan or something, because if you watch the music video, there's a Japanese girl with a mask, and you see Orzabal dancing, doing the actual, I think, ritual dances. So it was really neat the way they put it in the music video. And both those guys are just amazing vocalists. I love their unique signature sound. They're individual to themselves. And Tears for Fears just has so many great hits. Everybody Wants to Rule the World, of course, and then Shout and Head Over Heels. But their earlier stuff like Pill Shelter and, from that album Hurting that had changed Mad World, it talks about the depression, it shows the kids. And it's just the way they did videos back then, it resonated with you. It connected with the story to the song. So I love this band. I've grown to appreciate them more. And that's Tears for Fears is my Rosie, number 4.
Mad World,
Nice.
another great song. I mean,
Man, this
Yes.
is
Hail
this
Shelter,
to me is an
great one.
80s icon.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, just classics.
I feel like they've gotten new life too, like with social media. Isn't
Yeah.
like Everyone Wants to Rule the World is like a trending song.
Dude, I will say this.
Yeah, they have.
The intro for Everybody Wants to Rule the World is
The drum beat in that
the minute
song.
I hear it, I warp back. I'm out of here.
There's something about it that's relaxing, and you're almost like, okay, I'm at the old mall with my dad. You know,
I watched a video of them interviewing them because they're still like touring.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how that intro kind of came up, and it was really fascinating. Hey, I'll just share this. I have a feeling we're going to talk about these guys more tonight. I have a feeling that these guys are going to come up, but I'm just going to come out. This is also in that 5-song tier for me. These guys are icons. They're like I wanted before I redid my list. This was my George. Before I redid my list, and I was like, man, how am I going to figure this out? What's up, David Bryant? David Bryant's an amazing guy. He runs the Augusta Video Gaming Expo down in Augusta, Georgia. He invited us down there. We had a blast. Can't wait to be back there again. But with that being said, Tears for Fears was almost my George. I kind of redid my criteria with the song thing, and there was 5 songs. You guys named all 5 of them, so there you go. And I love one of the best voices of the 80s, by the way. Just these guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Just a great voice.
There's something haunting about their vocals, and I think that goes for a lot of these bands we're going to talk about.
And look, even at their age right now, they still sound very similar.
Yeah, but I'm paraphrasing, but because the name slips in my mind. But one of them is named like Archibald something.
Yeah, Roland Orzabal, right?
Yeah, thank you. And it's like that in the 1984 will get your butt kicked on the playground just on principle. Just on principle alone. It's like
I had to join a band. You had to be in a band not to be screwed up, I guess.
Another running joke that I remember is why is it that all their covers look like 2 divorced people? Like one's looking off this way, the other one's looking off the other way, and it's like we don't talk anymore, but we share the children. I mean, the music.
Speaking of,
Tyler actually mentioned a really good comment. These guys were some of the kings of 80s videos.
Oh,
yes.
The videos were great.
Well, speaking of his voice, if you haven't done it yet, go check out the isolated vocals for Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Yes.
It's so like almost haunting in a way. Like the isolated vocals are crazy.
Well said. Well said.
I'll do that tonight after this show.
Yeah, I'll go check it out later.
So
now remember,
but yeah.
Can't stay, gotta go, but want to say, dude, we love you. Taco Gamer, thanks for being here. Come back and visit again. We'd love to have you on the show. Let's go. Sure. And hello, miss all you guys so much. Yeah, David, we'd love to have you on the show again too. David, this is probably right up your alley here. And I lost my train of thought about what I was about to say about this list. But I'll catch you next week. Yeah, man. Next week we start movies and TV. So it's gonna be awesome. I guess I'm up. I'm up. But criteria wise. So what I did was I had a list of 4. I think Tears for Fears was either number 1 or 2 on that list. And I was really in Talking Heads was at least in competition. That's the first 2 mentioned today. But I was like, man, how am I going to put these guys together? Many of them sound very similar. Many of these bands sound like they could have been offshoots of each other. Just because that synth and that sound and that a lot of them like are all from the same part of England, whatever. Like it's just this kind of weird vibe. And you're like, is that Talking Heads or is that, I'm not going to mention any of the other ones. And so I was like, man, how do I put this together? And then, like you guys said, we were kind of trying to figure out what new wave really was. And when I looked them up, I was like, wow, they're new wave. Wow, that band's new wave. And what I will say is, don't go to Spotify and look up a new wave playlist, because half of those are not new wave. At least in my opinion, I couldn't find them on any other list except somebody built this list and in their brain they thought it was new wave. And I'm like, no. I mean, like, yeah, AC/DC don't belong here. I don't know. And kind of something like that. But I picked a band completely just to make sure we get off the dog off the scent. So what I did, I went to the top 100 and then added a few more, actually. And I literally looked up every single one's playlist and listened to like their top 10 songs, at least for a second. And I was like, yes, love that song. I don't know that one. Yes, love that song. Yes, love that song. And I wrote lists of all the ones that I have more than 2 songs. And I ended up with 42 that I loved or liked. And then I put them all in order. And my top 4 are the ones I love the most songs of. Now, this first one is number 4. This is kind of my wild card. It's kind of my outlier. I did not have this until I went to this specific list. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. But the singer fits the part. But to me, I thought it was more in another part of the 80s genre. But it's one of my favorite 80s icons of all time. And we mentioned soundtracks, one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm going with Cyndi Lauper as my number 4.
Wow.
And yeah, Wiki says new wave. So I'm like, okay, cool. So this is my wild card. But I have 7 songs that I love by her. And one of my favorites is the Goonies soundtrack, right? Mm-hmm. The Goonies soundtrack and are good enough. But man, you've got things like Time After Time, She Bop, All Through the Night, True Colors, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Money Changes Everything.
Money Changes Everything is my favorite song.
Bangers. Oh, and I just love. I didn't have her on the list until like midnight last night, and I'm like, I went looking. I was like, oh, it says right there, new wave. I'll take it. And I put her in the list, and actually, she knocked out one of my other wild cards, which is sitting at 6. So this is 7 songs. 6, 7. My 6 is at number 5. And all the 5 songs, which are Tears for Fears and Talking Heads, were going to be the next few. So that's where I'm at with my list. I'm going nice. Cyndi Lauper.
So I get it. I think this is the perfect example of the depth of what new wave is. That it's much more than just on the surface level what we would think.
The layers.
It's an onion, right?
Yes.
So I had this as just 80s pop.
Yeah. But what I'll say is that if we're saying that new wave is an outshoot of the 70s punk scene, I mean, Cyndi Lauper is an outshoot of the 70s punk scene. Like that, she's straight from that. And
I mean, she looks like Smash right now. I mean, look at her.
And by the way, Cyndi Lauper looks really good right now for being.
Dude, she does.
Oh, she looks incredible.
Yeah.
Let's not glaze over that fact. How old is she? Like 70? And she looks like phenomenal.
And yeah.
She's got to be close to 70.
You guys got me thinking, though, Andy. That's so well said. We're talking about an onion here, and like I was saying earlier, layers. I would put Cyndi Lauper on that third layer, honestly. But I'm going to say something about Cyndi Lauper. I don't know if the rest of you found this out. I'm today years old when I found this out, as the kids say. That's still cool. It wasn't like 5 minutes ago, right?
Yeah.
She did the theme song for Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yes.
And she voiced Cherry.
Yes,
I didn't know
that.
I didn't know.
Showed up on Pee Wee's quite a few times.
I had no idea.
Oh, look at this. Erwin Curtis hanging out. She's 70.
I just looked that up too. I mean,
she's 72. That's wild. That's wild. I mean, gosh, 72. I wish.
Also, we're all wrestling fans here. Cyndi Lauper is pretty big in the wrestling world in the 80s. I mean,
Captain Lou.
So what
she was one of the very first. She was one of the very first celebrities to do that. I mean, look at this.
Yeah. That gets brought up a lot.
It's not that long ago.
That's crazy. 70.
Well, that and her mom led to one of the greatest Roddy Piper
This is not that
wrestling
long ago.
promos ever.
Yeah, there you go.
Your
No
mom is
idea.
named your mom sounds like Latrine Dominique. I mean, come on, you come on here with your crazy hair and you're dancing around and girls want to have fun and you're grooming Captain Lou's rubber bands. I mean,
But
come on.
Look,
Yes.
there. Look at Smash. Look at this. Here we go.
That's Haley Williams in the 80s.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
hey,
I mean, if
great comparison.
if
That's some
if
influence.
that's not punk, I don't know what is.
Yeah, you know, you guys reminded me of a joke that one of my longtime listeners always says to me. You are the unofficial love child of Cyndi Lauper and Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Come on!
Hey, take it. Yeah.
Woo!
Hey, but by the way, Erwin Curtis, I don't know that we know you. You're new here. If you're still hanging out, thanks for being here. Thanks for lurking, and welcome to the show. We call this the Rushmore Show, and we actually take a climb up the mountain doing top fours of all kinds of things: movies, video games, TV. And while I have you here, I just want to welcome you, Erwin, and thanks for the comment to the Summit Squad. And basically, just climb the mountain with us. We're going to be on for a little bit. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to talk. Our tonight's episode is top 4 new wave. Next week we go into movies, and we do that for 2 months, and then we do video games for 2 months. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part. If you love what you see, hit the sub. At least hit the like before you leave, because we'd appreciate that. And by the way, you're on the short side. You're on the long side. We actually have it on the other side too. So if you want to come over there and check it out over there, and we're live on Facebook and Twitch at the same time, if you want to go check it out over there. So thanks for being here, and welcome to the show. And all right, so I said Cyndi Lauper.
Yes.
I thought I was going to get a little bit more pushback. I'm glad, but Andy, you're up.
Yes. So my criteria, this was a fun list. Okay. We've already mentioned it. I'm at 89, so I'm right there at the tail end. I think new wave is pretty much gone at that point. You know, as far as the mainstream kind of side of things. However, I've mentioned it quite a bit. The house that I grew up in, my dad's side was all about Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, like that, AC/DC. Like I was getting all of that from that side. My mom was blasting new wave all the time. And in fact, I text my mom tonight, and I got her top 4. So I'll talk about her top 4 too.
That's awesome.
In mine. But she gave me about 50 because she absolutely loves it. She says only 4 is impossible.
True.
So I'll give you her 4 as I do mine. But so that was the real big deal. So like I grew up in a house where like we were listening to new wave. We had all the CDs and things. And there was ones that, because I had such an eclectic influence of music, you know, I had those things. Then I had, for my grandpa, I had James Taylor, and my grandma was a big Roy Orbison fan, and then you know, like, so we had just everything was happening, right? And then I was a Kiss fan, right? So like, you know, I don't even know how all this happened, but I got so much different intake of music that even when I was playing in metal bands, I would hardly listen to metal while I was playing metal, right? Because it was just like mental overload for me. I could play metal. I loved it. And I would certainly listen to it. But when I wasn't listening to metal, I was like, man, I want some stuff that's some melodic, some cool, you know, other sounds and some different things. So that way I get away. So I would actually throw on quite a bit of 80s music, specifically in the new wave time, because we had those CDs at home. So all that to say, I have a deep love for all things new wave. In fact, and I won't mention them tonight, I thought about trying to do a controversial pick and put Paramore in here only because of their one album, After Laughter. If you've listened to After Laughter by Paramore, came out in like 2016, 2017. It is literally a new wave album. It's crazy, but I digress. I won't say it. Anyway, all that to say, my 4, I believe is a solid 4. In fact, if my top 4 was like a show, like a concert, this is like insanity. If this was happening, my Rosie, I'm going to come off swinging like, Kirk, you're a baseball guy. I mean, imagine you just get up, you know, game just started, first pitch, you're down the middle, and Mike Trout, we'll just say, or Aaron Judge, but I'm a Trout guy. Just knocks it 492 feet. You know what I mean? He just crushes it. That's what I'm doing with my first pick. And I was just eating a second ago because I'm hungry like the wolf. I'm going Duran Duran.
Oh, nice.
Great pick.
Awesome.
I absolutely love Duran Duran. I mean, obviously, Hungry Like the Wolf is a great one. But I love.
Why should you say wolf again? Do that.
Come Undone is a great song. But I love Duran Duran. I always think, hey, they're a band that's so good you had to name them twice. But what a great band! What a great, again, we talked about music videos that are happening in the 80s, and this was like the prime time of all that kind of stuff that was happening. Great music videos that were happening during that time. Ordinary World was a great song. The Reflex, Rio. Her name is Rio, and she, come on. There's so many.
That's the Rio Grande.
Yeah, so there's so many just great hits. I'm going Duran Duran for my road. This is one that we would listen to a lot growing up, and that's where I'm starting my list tonight.
That is epic. There's a lyric in Hungry Like the Wolf, and I make fun of it every time it comes up on an episode of my radio show. It's like, I smell like I sound. Yeah, you guys have been out in the woods for a while. We're talking Lon Chaney Jr. time, baby.
Yeah.
One of the things that we didn't mention, and I meant to mention this as far as criteria. I sent you a picture, Andy, and I said, in order to be on my list today, you kind of have to look like this.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Confirmed.
you gotta have the hair and the buckles and the buttons and the things. You've gotta be all about the flair. You need some more flair.
Oh, you
And
do.
Simon Levant. I mean, Simon's name sounds like a chocolate, a fancy chocolate I can't afford. Yeah, Simon Levant. I smell like
It
I
does.
sound.
Hey, A View to a Kill is one of my favorite tracks by Duran Duran. Off the James Bond, Roger Moore, Christopher Walken was the villain.
There you
So,
go.
Yeah.
Great music video, too.
Come Undone is just
I love Come Undone. I think that might be my favorite
Hey,
song.
I love this pick. I can't believe you have it at 4.
I know. I'm telling you, it's a strong list today.
It's a strong list today. You're coming in hot. Like, you went into the 4th round and got you a starter. So, that's a good pick.
This is a value.
Andy came out like Mike Tyson in 1985 and was like, "Yo, mama."
Now, Andy told me that he has one on his list today that might be tiptoeing a line. And I thought he was going to come out with it right here.
No,
I now have a feeling you flipped this and it's going to be your George.
No.
And it's not? Okay,
I
good.
flipped it completely, and it's possibly.
You dropped it completely, you said?
Well, Benjamin. It's done.
Okay.
If it makes
So
it
Erwin says Christopher Walken and Grace Jones. Erwin knows what he's talking about.
Right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Who
she was also the villain, too. Wasn't she married to David Bowie? Or was that somebody else?
I was just
I may be
afraid of Grace
messing that up.
Jones.
Grace Jones was a scary looking individual.
She had the crazy
she
eyes.
was intimidating.
Grace Jones was the one in Conan, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I remember that back in the day, and I was like, that lady is.
We are going to get them all. And then the eyes were like, like, okay, relax.
like somebody drew her.
Yeah.
Like, she's not a real-
Wait, I mean, like, look at this.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
looks like
right.
those Southwest it looks like a clay pottery.
I mean, that's fair.
You know what? Those coffee tables from the 80s, front room set that we all know where you got the solid middle and the couch cushions on either side. You could flip that upside down and balance that on her head, and she could carry it on her head out of the front row.
There it is. I was scared of this chick.
Yes.
Get out of the way.
Oh, she would track the fear into you. I mean, it's just whatever role.
There is a reason. There's a reason why you never saw her and the Beastmaster in the same film at the same time, because he didn't want any of that. Not happening.
And I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Wow. Grace Jones.
And there she is in Bond.
Yeah, Roger Moore. Yeah.
Man. She is something else. Anyways,
yes, sir.
That's the first round.
Good pick.
Awesome.
A View to Kill. She was Mayday. Man, okay.
Fair enough. That's a good name.
Yeah, Mayday.
No, it is.
All right. Well, speaking of that, it's time to kind of shift over. And Tyler, you may be up.
Okay, it's my turn. Well, I'll tell you, this band to me has grown on me, and they're out of Australia, but Iva Davies was the lead singer. The band is Ice House. I love this band, man, because he came from a classical background. If you do the homework on him, and people are probably going to think you're going to go with The Great Southern Land or you're going to go with Electric Blue. All great songs, crazy, but actually the song that has become a preferred choice for me is No Promises from the Measure for Measure album. Just because the video is very articulate with the lyrics, because you see this girl and it's painting the picture of like, she's had her heart broken and this guy feels for her, but you can't really tell if that's who he likes. I mean, you have to go back and watch it. But Iva Davies, I've just grown to love this band, not just because of where they're from. That's neat, but it's just they're the musicians that they are. Part of it is what I'm trying to say, that just everything from the backing vocals to the way they structure their songs. It's just masterful. I mean, it's just not only would I say it's new wave. I mean, like a lot of these bands, it fits with anything. And I put on their music and it takes me to a place. It's where it's like a fantasy land. It's like I want to see that girl. I want to be the guy in the car. I'm just going to be honest. This is what it does. And Ice House is just one of those bands. Crazy. Check out the video for it. He's a radio DJ. He's drinking his cup of coffee, and this girl calls him, very attractive, like, play the song Crazy. And that Australian accent, and it's like, oh my goodness. It's like and then he finds the pictures on the wall, and you can tell she is really obsessed with him. And it's like, wait a minute, I got to draw the line. I may be into you, but not like that. So it's a lot of just great storytelling, and I just love his voice. It can be rich, and all of a sudden he just hits these high notes. It's amazing the range that Iva Davies has. So that's all I'm going to put in the summary. I mean, Ice House, just a lot of songs, and they go back to the Flowers actually before Ice House. They had a song, Can't Help Myself, that is great. You can tell this was becoming what they were going to be for the future, and they're just a amazing band. Just like I said, they're tight. They're still touring today. Check them out. The Great Southern Land track sounds incredible. Electric Blue. It's just got that sax solo. John Oates wrote it. He was one of the authors for Electric Blue from Hall & Oates. Wow. So you just get a lot of fun tidbits about it too from the American musicians internationally, because they would come here and record in LA and a lot of our big cities here. So that's all I got to say. Ice House, number 3. They won me over.
Boom. Boom. Ice House. Big pull here. I'll tell you, I have about 3 or 4 songs for them, so they were a little lower, but this guy's voice, it's so I don't know the word, rich, deep, but I mean, like, it's just it feels like he's in a like a sound it just resonates, right? Sounds like and I feel like, guys, if you haven't seen this, and Andy, I know you're going to know the name of this. What's the guy's name that looks like Smash? And he's like, this is what a song is, me riding in my car, going to meet my girlfriend who I just yeah. So there's this guy on Instagram, and he just plays 80s keyboard stuff. And he does a lot of other stuff too, but mainly 80s keyboard, or like he does the little the thing where that you can set loops. Yeah. And he play and he kind of has the persona.
Dream Kid 83.
Dream Kid 83. When I hear Ice House, I feel like so he always has this little tagline. It's like what it sounds like when you go to meet your girlfriend for the first time, or nice, or you lost your dog, or whatever. Just these like common little bits, and then he plays this song, and you feel what he's writing.
Driving downtown as a cop in the 80s or something, and it's like
burr, 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 burr. I mean, it's just like this guy. The Ice House kind of is how I feel when I hear that guy. It's
Yeah.
like I
Wow.
feel like I need to be in a scene of a movie or somewhere.
Sounds like my kind of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to check him out. Yeah.
Drinking
Yes.
83, really awesome stuff.
Awesome.
So I'll say this is the first part of the list where I get a little bit like I don't immediately have recognition of Ice House. I know that if I put them on, I'm going to know the song.
Yeah.
Like I know what's going to happen, but it's not like oh yeah, there's a memory with it. So, but still
Good
love
pull though. It is a really good pull.
It's a great pick. I mean, Ice House often doesn't make the A or B for a lot of people or casual 80s people, for example. But they're definitely in. There's no doubt on that.
Yeah.
They've got that sound. They've got that presence. I mean, generally speaking, across the tabletop, okay, think 80s new wave. Who are you going to pick? They don't always get jumped in.
Just throwing this out there, our good buddy, Dave Mattingly. Gosh, what a plethora of knowledge. He dropped his top 4 in the comments of the post.
on Facebook. Yeah.
His Rosie's the Eurythmics. His link is he did this. He said link backwards, I think, but so this should be his TJ is In Excess.
Mm-hmm.
His link is Depeche Mode, and his G-dub is Men Without Hats.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, wonderful choices.
That's a good top 4.
That's a solid list. Nice job.
That's a great top 4.
It is.
And I love that he kind of said that he kind of Andy. Is it my turn? Yeah, it's my turn. Right? Yeah.
No,
I haven't done a 3.
Yeah. You haven't done a 3. Go ahead. Yeah. So go ahead.
I didn't want to mess up the order.
Yeah.
All right. I have kind of a spoiler for 3. Now, I don't know if this is going to get the same attention from everyone, but this has been a debacle going on since the song was released, and a video game with the exact same sounding background music on Nintendo came out, and I've been trying to tell people forever, and they don't believe me unless they hear them back to back. Who remembers on NES Pro Wrestling?
Oh yeah.
Starman and those guys, right?
Yeah.
One of the background themes on that game, I believe it's the match theme, sounds almost identical, if you listen to this song without words, to my number 3 on the Rushmore, Living on Video by TransX.
Oh, nice.
Boom.
Yeah, good pick. Good pick. Andy.
I've been saying it forever, and unless they hear them back to back, then there's the
There you go.
Andy.
So,
is this one that you know, Andy?
No, I'm still not lost again. But I did just look them up. They're Canadian, so our good buddies in north of the border. I like that.
Yes, sir.
I like it. Tell me about TransX though. Let me know. Educate me a little bit.
What a great start to this song.
It's a great. First off, their styles definitely fits I would say the A layer of the onion. They have the hair, they have the lasers, they have that kind of robotic, futuristic sound. And there's other songs that they've done, but that one's always stuck out to me because of the tie-in for me with NES Pro Wrestling. And it's just, I don't know copyright wise if they did that, or if someone at Nintendo was like, okay, let's just kind of do like an offshoot of this. But the song on its own is fun. It definitely screams 1980s new wave. You're picturing the big hair. You're at a club. The lasers like behind me are going off. Give it a listen. You tell me. Kirk and Andy are listening to it right now. It sounds. I think it's the match theme from NES Pro Wrestling. But just picture in your mind Starman doing the flip drop kick while you're listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty close.
What do you guys think?
I hear it. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's there.
TransX has that great synth, that great keyboard sound. It's kind of phenomenal, actually. It kind of reminds me, again, going back to the guy, Dream Kid. This is the kind of sounds that he uses in his beat. Now, TransX, to me, I didn't hear much of them back when I was in the 80s, but I was introduced to them, I don't know, probably much later in my life. And then they were on a few lists last night. And I love their sound, but I couldn't, and I'm glad you said this song. I couldn't really remember what song was like the big introduction hit. And this song here, this living one is a banger. It's a banger. Now, reminder to everybody that's in the chat, we're going to have a Spotify list with all of the songs, and we'll post that on our Instagram with all the songs that we're going to talk about today. Every band gets 2 songs. So we'll have, there's 4 of us. We're going to pick, each one of us are going to pick 8. So we'll have 32 songs on that list. And even if we crush, we'll have 4 songs from that band or something like that. So remember, guys, you're going to be picking 2 songs for that list, and just make sure they're appropriate. But you guys go check that list out. I have been loving these lists, Andy. And matter of fact, after this one, we will have the whole series, and I'll make a post with the whole series of lists so that you can go follow all of them. And I told Andy I'll probably do this over the summer because I'll have a little bit more time open. But I would like to go back and listen to all the old music episodes and see if I can't pull what we picked then and make some lists for those as well. All right. Well,
That'd be epic.
Trans X. Tyler, do you like Trans X? Is this one that was on your list? Is one that you like?
To be fair, I've not heard of them. I mean, so it was a big surprise. I'm going to go listen to them. I should have done what you guys were doing to check them out. But I love how it's somebody I don't know. I think that's cool too. That's just as equally.
Erwin says Ice House was a beer when I worked in bars.
well, that's true. Yeah, they were a beer.
Here's
I think
even another
the band
thing.
was
In
cool.
my hometown there, Erwin, we had a bar named Ice House that you could drink Ice House in. Just saying.
And then there was
an
Patrick
electric
Swayze
blue?
with then there was Patrick Swayze with Ice Cube's Ice House.
Yeah. There you go.
Roadhouse, I know. Terry Funk. Come on, baby.
Come on. Yeah.
Well,
Iceman from Top Gun, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that one was better. See, what I threw it in, I should have thrown it out. Let's go with Iceman. Yes, sir. Woo!
Oh, man. All right. Well, I think I kind of alluded to this a couple times, but it wasn't my turn. But now it is my turn.
Yes.
So now that only means one thing. That means that somebody on the panel has already picked my next one, and the epic winner. I have eight great songs from this band. I love this band. I just think Andy rated them a little too low. I'm going higher with Duran.
Duran.
And Andy, you're absolutely right. This is a strong pull at the 4th round. I'm trying to get him in the 3rd round, but here's my 8 songs at least that I'll let you know that I really love. Ordinary World is such a it could be
Ordinary World.
it could be like the song of the 80s, like Come Undone. Hungry Like the Wolf is the one that always, that's a cool video, by the way. Save a Prayer, Girls on Film, A View to Kill, Rio, and such good stuff. I love these guys.
Oh, that Flipper dude is in the house.
Flipper dude knows a little bit about the 80s, I'm sure. Incredible song. Yeah, I'm going Duran Duran. They easily could be even higher today. But my top 2 have just a couple more songs that I like. And yeah, I've got eight here. The soundtracks, I mean, the Girls on Film is amazing.
Yes.
That is just a really fun song. But yeah, I'm going with Duran Duran with a Rushmore with you, Andy, and I had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I figured this band would be talked about today.
I told you, I kind of alluded to it. We're probably going to talk a little bit later.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was my turn. I was going to say, was going to say something silly before Smash. I don't remember where I was leading to, but I was going to go because blank, and then Duran Duran.
Obviously, love this pick.
I got to jump in though. Now I love Ordinary World, but the story behind that is around 1992. Some of these executives were like, no one likes the 80s sound anymore. You know, that's definitely dead. Duran Duran decided, we'll see about that. So they actually
double down.
So they actually came out with Ordinary World in 1992, but it's so their sound from when the 80s was going on and the executives were like, this won't sell. It sold, baby. It's sold.
Oh yeah.
And Duran Duran were kind of like the Three Stooges, in a way, with their reaction to these experts and their charts.
Yeah. Rio is probably the one I go to the most.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just, that's just a fun song, man. I feel like I need to be like out on a boat, like
yeah.
Tell you what.
leaning back and just kind of listening and
Right.
just floating.
Well, especially when
Relaxing.
it gets to when it gets to that solo with the piano, right?
Yeah.
The Casio piano, the vintage Casio piano sound from the 80s.
There it is.
It's like, take me away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Erwin, are you still hanging around out there? Erwin, if you're hanging around out there, I'm gonna throw you a bone. I like to do that, and
Flipper Dude Flipper Dude
I
threw in a
know
good one.
Power Station. That's a
Power
strong-
Station.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a tremendous band. Robert Palmer with
Oof.
those guys. I mean, the bass, Tony Thompson from what was the band, Andy? I'm probably not going to say it right, so I'm referring to you. But he was the drummer for the band that had the with Nile Rodgers. They had the song "Good," not "Good Times." That was a TV show, but it was one of those songs. But
Yeah.
I'm blanking for some reason. But yeah, it was a super band. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
So Erwin, I'm going to throw you. So if anybody kind of hangs around with us long enough, and they become part of the family, I always give out the wrench. So I'm going to throw that to you. As you can see, Flipper Dude's our guy. Kevin's our guy. So you'll turn blue, and that just means you can share your channel and stuff with the rest of the chat if you'd like. So by all means, do it what you wish. But thanks for being here, man. We really appreciate the community. Community is everything.
Yeah.
Our record in the community is 47. We usually carry about 20. And sometimes it's topic, sometimes it's just time of the year. But if you show up in video games, even if you don't like video games, just to chat with the community, we're usually packed with people. And so there you go. Sent you that on over to you. Random Mr. Carrot still hanging out over there.
Hey.
He's already got one of those. So
Looks like Erwin threw in another good one, which I think we could debate for sure.
Yeah. The Cure. We
The Cure.
could mention them there. I wouldn't be mad if it gets brought up for sure.
Yeah, for me, I think they're like a bridge between that C layer that I consider and like your goth starter kit.
Yeah, they're
True.
like original emo band.
Yes. Love
now,
The Cure.
the Cure in my brain before I listened to them this week was not what I was thinking I was about to listen to. And then when I put them on, I was like, oh yeah, this band. Like I for whatever reason, I kind of lump them with some other bands maybe. But I do love quite a few of their music, and they are.
Friday I'm in Love is a great song.
Oh
yeah, it's
Great.
tremendous. The riffs, just like heaven. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
dude.
There's
But
something
we can talk
amazing
about
about
them
it.
in a little bit. So,
Yep.
Andy,
Yep.
Andy, you love my pick.
I do.
Will
Yes.
I love your pick?
Yes, you will. And I would be surprised if we don't talk about this one later from somebody. This is another band that's on that, like, oh, that's new wave. It's new wave adjacent. But it's in those, while we're on the thread of layers, right? Maybe not that A layer you would think not as far as popularity. I think they're in the A list of popularity. But when we just say new wave, for sure here, this was a band that I remember listening to a ton growing up. I think it was already mentioned in the chat along the way, and could easily, in my opinion, be a George of bands from the 80s. Unfortunately, very short-lived for a specific reason. I'm going to go with the coolest 4 letters in the 80s, In Excess.
Yeah.
Is going to be my next pick. Michael Hutchence, I mean, come on, R.I.P. But Don't Change, Need You Tonight, The One Thing, New Sensation, Never Tear Us Apart. What a great song.
And
What You Need, Heaven Sent, Good Times, Not Enough. I mean, Devil Inside. There's just so many great songs.
Devil Inside.
They're kind of on the line of that, like, Cure, not necessarily that they sound like the Cure, but like I think more maybe alternative side, but definitely in the new wave stuff too. Gotta have saxophone. I love saxophone solos when that stuff happens, so I'm all about it. But I had to go with In Excess. Just a great I mean, what a great song.
New Sensation.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well said, Andy. Well said.
So, just let me throw this out there. I did not know this band was new wave until I started looking.
Yeah.
So, this band and a couple others were like, wait a second, this is not what I was thinking. This is not where I was going. So then this is one of the bands that made me kind of just like throw all the notes I had back in the mix, and let's start this thing over. This is a great band, good pick.
I remember Carson stole In Excess from me on one episode that we did, 80s bands.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
And I was really mad. Like, I was like, yeah.
My daughter brought In Excess up, like, I don't know what we were talking about 80 songs and
80s bands. I think it was just 80s artists.
80s bands. Hey, so there is something about, I don't know, whenever I hear the name In Excess, I immediately and I just did it again. Like, every time I hear it, for whatever reason, it transports me back, and I'm standing in front of, down the street, about 10 houses down from my house, my best friend Nick lived. He lived across the street, about 10 houses down. And I remember sitting in his driveway in his dad's convertible Fiat. And we were about to go get ice cream or something. And In Excess was playing. And at least that's in my mind. I remember that for some reason. And every single time I get transported to that convertible in that driveway about to pull out, it's one of those things about nostalgia that is just something I love, dude. I love reminiscing about that. Because, like, I would never think of that any other way. Like, it's just, boom, there, I was there.
It's magic. It's total magic. You know, it's starting to sound to me like we're all on the Onion point of view here. Because it's easy to go, okay, new wave, okay, lights and, like, you know, computery sound, but you start digging, and In Excess, like Andy says, a good example of how, and like you said, Kirk, wait a minute, now I've got to kind of expand what I was initially thinking. Definitely a good example.
I'm gonna be honest, I was initially thinking Flock of Seagulls, and then Culture Club, and then Kajagoogoo, and then, like, all these guys that look like their hair's like stuck in a triangle in front of their face, and I can't figure, which is funny, the meme you sent me, Andy. That's what I was thinking of. The meme from Wedding Singer when the guy walks up, he's like, "Do you love Flock of Seagulls?" And he goes, "No, but you do." And he, because he has the same hair. But I was kind of thinking that when we were talking new wave, and I was like, these guys, like y'all said, are a little bit more adjacent. I love this pick. Great job. That finishes off the first half of our mountain solidly. Now, Erwin, you haven't been around here before, so let's introduce you to kind of the community. We got some really awesome people kind of showing up. People kind of come and go. Patrick is coming. Patrick, what is up, dude? And that flipper dude, that's Steven. Steven, we'd love to have you back on the show. Patrick's going to be on the show soon. He's just going through some life changes, and then when he gets all that together, he'll be on the show. But Erwin, if you'd ever like to be on the show, let us know. Hopefully we'll see some of our other friends show up that we haven't seen in a little bit. But now it's time to pay the bills. That's what they used to say in the 80s. Nobody's paying us here. No, actually, one person is kind of. But here's the thing. We're going to honor our favorite people this week at our halftime commercials. So first commercial, Andy, let's talk about well, I'll talk about this since it's right here in front of me. So Erwin, Andy and I, we are both pastors, we're both teachers, we're both coaches, parents, mentors, and we love to use this platform, and we go to conventions, and at the conventions we hang out, we do emceeing, and I am full of useless information, I know. And Stephen, you are perfect for our show. We love you so much. But Stephen's actually in our fantasy football team, guys, our fantasy football league, and we have a blast. And so with that being said, at the conventions, we MC for a lot of them. We kind of hang out and play games. We're going to play a game tonight with our wheel. And we, our favorite thing, Andy and I get an opportunity to preach the gospel through nerdy things, through pop culture, through video games. And one of the things that we've done is we've found a bunch of friends just like us. And this is called the Directory of Christian Creators. I handed out a ton of these at this last convention. Essentially, if you're Christian, you're welcome to go and follow any of these creators. And here they are. I mean, just tons of good creators. Tyler, you might want to get in this book, as I know you're a Christian creator.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And essentially, people will kind of go to, like, we'll hand this out. And what we see at the conventions is that people will be dressed like a furry, or they'll come in dressed like their favorite horror video game. And they're like, what's this? And they realize we're Christian. And they're like, oh, why are you here? This is kind of like where I get to let my hair down and not be that. And we're like, yeah, I mean, we're Christian and we love you and we love everybody in here. And he goes, I didn't know we could do that. And I'm like, here is 140 people that say differently. Here's 140 people that love Jesus, love video games, love whatever. So you can pick this up. Andy, I think you might have it ready. If you don't, you can get it ready. You can pick this up for free. You can download it for free on our website at rushmorereboot.weebly.com. There's our website. Go on over there. There's a couple free things hanging out there. So right there, prayer request. If anybody in the chat needs a prayer request, you do not have to go there to drop it. You can drop it in our chat at any time. Now, if you're not Christian, that's all good too. You're still invited here. Still a part. You can be a part of just the community and talk and have fun. There's no pressure that's going to be there. I hope you're okay with us just shouting this out a little bit. So you can go check out all those creators. And then Andy, the next thing I'm going to share, you're already there, so you want to share this. You, my friend, are writing a I almost missed it. We need to whip it good. Ooh. We need to talk about our devos. And, because there's a little new wave. Andy, you're doing The Bible is Metal. Now, Andy, I'll let you talk about that. What is The Bible is Metal?
Well, the heart behind it is, as a youth pastor, a lot of times I hear the excuse, I don't read the Bible because it's boring. And I said, well, you haven't read the Bible then, clearly. There's a lot of stories in the Bible, passages where you're like, that was the most metal thing I've ever heard. So what I decided to do was take some of those stories, 30 of them specifically, and I'm writing a 30-day devotional called The Bible is Metal. So you see here, that's my introduction. It talks about everything basically I just talked about. But I have day one about how Elijah versus Baal's prophet, calling fire down from heaven. What a metal moment. So it's got a little opening, I call it the opening riff, which is just, oh my gosh, that was so metal. The breakdown, we talk about the break it down. And then we followed up with some heavy questions, right? Some questions for reflection on it. So I have day one loaded right here. I will have more days loaded. I am just about 50% done. I have 2 more Old Testament devotionals to write, and then I've got my 15 New Testament ones to write. So that will all be happening very soon.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Quentin. Quentin is the religious fanboy. He is a part of this community. He will also be on the show along with Beneath the Tangles, and we're going to talk a little bit about anime openings. So the intros for anime. Hey, so look, now it's my turn. This is my devotional, and if you can scroll down, I'm on day 119. I will drop the next 7 today. So you're going to get, after the show, I will drop number 120 to 126, which is this week. And essentially, it's the geekery, the gospel. And then you can see right there, slow down, go back, level up challenge, the Warp Zone bonus round, and a prayer. Now you can walk this through with your family, with your kids. This is free, by the way. You can go online and you have 119 days. If you start it today, you would never catch up with me until I'm done posting them. But I'm going to post a week every week on every Thursday from here until December. December was when it will be done. And then hopefully one day we'll kind of put it all together and you'll be able to get a hard copy of this. That's that. And so you can get those free resources there at the rushmorereboot.weebly.com. Just want to shout out a couple friends. These are all inspirations of ours. Some of these people have been on the show or they will be. There's Finding God in Video Games. They're supposed to be on in August. This we had a person on the other day that was actually friends with this person, Ellen Elliott. And this is our guy, Hector Mire. He's actually going to be on the show in a couple weeks. And he's done both of these books. And that's just a bunch of movies. And you can see he's done right here, Batman. He's talking about Doctor Who. And they're all good devotionals. So if you want to check those guys out, you can find them coming soon to a Rushmore near you. With that being said, let's move to the next portion and get back in the show. Don't worry, we'll get there soon. We need to talk about our best friends from Culture Box. We've got to talk about our best friend from the world of coffee, Andy. And then we've got to do our member spotlight of the week. Andy, we shout these guys out all the time. Why don't we pick somebody that you feel that we haven't talked about in a while, and let's shout them out.
Yeah, let's check out our friends over at which one do I want? Let's do Geek Devos.
Geek Devotions is a collaboration of devoted geeks that are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. They produce a weekly geek culture infused devotional, their podcast content, and written articles, all designed to encourage and challenge people in the geek community, bridging the gap between their faith and their geekdoms. Find all their content at geekdevotions.com.
Let's face it, at-home coffee can be pretty stale. Coffee at home doesn't have to be boring. The Village Coffee is here to deliver the flavor. The Village Coffee roasts coffee every week and sells online. Go to villagebeans.com to order your coffee today and use discount code Rushmore for free.
Zach, the Iowa Retro Gamer Dad, brings heart, honesty, and heat to retro gaming, collecting, and pack ripping with his son. From tackling addiction and mental health to calling out scalpers and celebrating nostalgia, this channel is where real talk meets real fun. Follow the journey at youtube.com/@Iowa Retro Gamer Dad. And also follow along on Instagram and Twitch.
Now, hopefully you guys are all still hanging out with us. Religious Fanboy says hi, Smash, and we're back.
I do have one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned that Thursday nights, we're called the Rushmore Show, but very, AKA, we like to call ourselves Nostalgia Therapy because it's like therapy to talk about this stuff. So we whipped together a preview of a music video that we've put together for our song called Nostalgia Therapy. Let's check it out. This is the world debut. This is TRL's world debut, MTV debut of Nostalgia Therapy. Check it out.
It's that same old startup screen glow, blowing dust off a gray game logo. Saturday stacked in a plastic case, sleepover scores we can't erase. Kirk's got stats like a cheat sheet code, and he's got jokes from the late night shows. Top 4 takes from a childhood stash, argue till the credits crash. Welcome to my nostalgia therapy. Tougher reasons I still feel 16. Pixel hearts and worn out TVs. Play it back, let it all come clean. Laughing like we never had to leave. Hit subscribe to the Kid and Ned. Every week's another memory. Yeah, this is my nostalgia therapy.
Wow.
There we go. And our buddy Smash made the music video. How
He
about that?
did make the video. I didn't even realize he was in it.
How did that
did.
happen? I'm honored beyond belief. Man, thank you. Thank you.
Nice. Well, I mean, you had to find the most nostalgic looking fella to put in there for
That's
sure.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, man. So, dude, that is awesome,
Honored.
Andy. I
Great
love
job.
that you did that.
Yeah, you did amazing.
So, well,
Great job, brother.
man, nostalgia. I need that nostalgia therapy, dude. It feels so pop punk.
Well, I did it, pop punk.
It's not a phase. It's not a phase.
I was already jamming and rocking and rolling, and then all of a sudden I pop up and I'm like,
Look at
oh,
this comment.
this just went from epic to wow, I get to be in the
I
epic.
didn't know you guys knew Bowling for Soup.
Hey,
Kurt, hey,
Hey.
Aaron will be on next week. Have we nailed that out yet? I think we're gonna do. Okay, so here. Let's let the 8 people in the chat vote it, right? Or 9, 10. The winning thing for next week is we are going to either do top 4 Robin Williams movies of all time, or top 4 Will Ferrell movies of all time. Put it in the chat. Robin Williams or Will Ferrell for next week. The winner will be the show. I got it. We'll count how many comments are in there. It did give Bowling for Soup vibes. Yes, it did.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm getting a frogger in my throat. Robin Williams.
bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got some sleeper picks for either one. Well, here's the thing. They both have large enough libraries that we could do it. So I love it. So, Aaron, thanks for being here, man. We miss you multiple. Oh, there's a Robin in the chat. There's 2 for Robin.
Does my vote count?
Yes, it counts. Absolutely it counts.
All right.
So type it. Yeah. Tyler, your vote counts too. Aaron, your vote counts too. Religious Fanboy, your vote counts too. Erwin, if you're still out there, vote. So the
Robin Williams.
is Robin Williams or Will Ferrell for next week's show. All right. So let's get this thing going. Smash.
Yes, sir.
Round 3. I think I did you guys backwards last time. That's why I got confused because I said ST, right? So there we go. Robin Williams again. Robin's winning. So Smash, you'll go first, right? Because I remember I said alphabetical ST. I don't know.
We were having such a good time. Things got crazy. The
Yeah, we were.
distracts everyone.
You're up, Smash.
Yes, sir.
Link is his name, and that is number 2. And we are gonna go top 4. Or not, I'm looking at the Will Ferrell.
I think that Tyler goes first.
Did he go first?
Why don't we go Tyler? Like go around the clock.
Tyler went first in the second round. I
think he went first in the first round.
Did he?
I think so. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
so.
whatever.
Okay. Whatever you want to do.
Thailand. I got to stick up for
In
Thailand.
with whatever, guys. Yeah, I'm having a great time.
Oh,
So
good.
whatever.
It's
No.
all good.
I was trying to overcorrect, I guess. Maybe I was wrong. So Tyler, you're up. Tyler will be up. Tyler will be up.
All right.
Well, my number 2, I'm not sure about new wave, but to your all's point, it pulled up under the category. But I have to go with this group. The lead singer not only matches one of my favorite wrestlers. I think we all know where we're going with this. It's Sting, but not the guy that does the Scorpion Deathlight, but plays the bass, and he's a great musician. And Stuart Copeland, Andy Summers. We often talk about Rush as one of the great trios of Cream if you go back to the 60s, but this group for the early 70s, well, not early 70s, early 80s, I made a mistake, but late 70s, I believe, Police just had so many just memorable songs. And one of my favorites, since we had to have a little synth to it because they did add, speaking of that onion you guys were alluding to, I think the song that has become a favorite of mine is from the album in 1981, Ghost in the Machine, and that Spirits in the Material World. I just love the hook in it. I love those guys, the way they come together. It's got the reggae vibe, but yet they're deeper than just reggae. I mean, they're adding a multifaceted international flair to their sound, and this shows you how they evolved, going from this next album. Don't Stand So Close to Me was from the previous album, and then we get this one, and we get Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic was also features some synths or kind of a keyboard flair to it. So these guys are tight. I recommend their live albums as well as their studio albums. I love how they're all very intelligent. The lyrics show it, but they're not overthinking those lyrics. But it reminds you of a nice mix of reggae, kind of punk, but not really. But also it's sophisticated because these guys, I don't know what it is about England, but they're articulate, they're sophisticated. It's amazing. So I love the Police, and I had to put them. It pulled it up as new wave, and so I tried to find a song that at least had a synth to it. But I think even if it didn't have a synth, I was going to pick them. I mean, they could have easily been number 1. I'm a huge Police fan.
Wow.
Well said, man. Good pick. I didn't do it.
All right, Andy.
Police. There's the Police. Sorry.
Woo!
Andy. How you feel about this one?
So I let me just start. I love the Police. Stuart Copeland, possibly one of the most underrated drummers of all time. The dude is insane. But as a trio, I love what you said, Tyler. We don't talk about them a lot. Also, what I think of when I think of the Police is The Office, because Kevin Malone's band Scrantonicity just covered the Police all the time. However, here's where I'll go with this. I love the pick. I love the band. They were the band, and I guess this is what made me think new wave is a lot more than what I'm just thinking. In my mind, I understand that they're called new wave. I just my brain doesn't want to comprehend it. You know what I mean? Like the fact that they are.
True.
I get it, and I'm all for hey, look. Obviously, people know more than I do, and I get it. So I'm the outlier and the people who says this is not new wave, but my brain just can't comprehend the fact that they're new wave.
So
to me, they're reggae, they're rock, they're
So I sent Andy and I were kind of chatting last night, and he sent me. I was like, maybe I'm not getting what exactly is. And maybe it was 2 nights ago. What is exactly new wave? Because, dude, some of these bands, in my brain, it just doesn't work. And I was thinking somebody else, and then I saw the Police, and Andy goes, the Police, and then I sent somebody else, and I'm like, yeah, I don't see it, but Police is in every list. So
every list.
So I went and looked at their wiki, and it says new wave is the very first thing for them, and then it's got 15 other things. I'm like, dude, it says it here. So I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
I ranked them by my criteria tonight. If I was to put them in, because they're amazing. I love them. And they would have been my George. They had 11 songs that I consider bangers. And they would have been the number 1. But I took them out. Just because in my brain, It just didn't fit. It just didn't fit. It fit another criteria. But everybody says new wave, and that's what's awesome about the Rushmore Show. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter
what you think.
No, you know what? This is a fantastic pick. One of the greatest bands of all time.
No question. And I was worried it would be on the line. So I was thinking about that. Are they really new wave? But you're right. When you type it in, it pulls them up. And it's like, wow. But I would have never thought about it. But I'm like, I'm just going to go on a limb. I mean, we're all huge fans.
So we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did so we can talk about it because this is iconic 80s. This is iconic 70s, really. This is iconic. Like Sting went on to do amazing things. Fields of Gold is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Oh, beautiful song. Englishman in New York. Classic.
Right?
Oh,
yes.
Technicalities aside, the Police are.
So Flipper says they're new wave, and I get it, but I don't. I just don't. Like in my brain, it doesn't work.
It's like
I totally understand that, Kirk, but like where my brain goes is like, okay, if someone came to me and said new wave, Police or Elton John, Police.
Neither. But yeah, Police.
You know,
I guess I would say Police, but yeah.
Like who would be switching closer to the line? And my answer would have to be like Elton John, definitely as
like
great
if
as he
somebody
is.
came to me and they said food, cat, food, or taco. It's like, well, clearly taco. Right?
Yes, yeah.
No, you eat the cat poop.
Hey, so Patrick's got a great banging 4 list. Duran Duran, Van Halen.
What?
Oh, wow,
Van
Halen. Wow. Okay.
Here we go. So the Clash, yeah. Van Halen and Michael Jackson, I'd say no, but that's more of an 80s list, I guess. But yeah, new wave is a little different than the 80s. And some of the lists out there, like one of them, I'm pretty sure had AC/DC in it. I'm like, I don't know that this is, anyways. But Sting did the opening vocals for the song Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, which is also an 80s banger. Erwin, thanks for the input on that.
Thank you,
and
brother.
I love this. That Flipper is making the case for them that they're new wave. He says they came up in the CBGBs.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
So, I'm
it's
not
a great
against
pick.
it. And matter of fact, Andy and I said, if somebody mentions them, I'm not going to go against it.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 bands that I pulled out that would have been on my list today. Police was one, and the other one was the other one I sent you, Andy. And just for whatever reason, I cannot wrap my head around that either. But but they're everywhere in it. So if somebody mentions that one, I'm going to applaud that too. Hopefully somebody does mention that one.
In the grand scheme of the onion analogy, they're like they're the green onion. You know, the stem off of the onion. They're an onion, but they're totally different.
They're a different kind of onion.
Well, I think we're all going to stick with that onion analogy because I mean, the Police would definitely be a layer. I would consider them a layer. Maybe not this central layer.
I think they're that papery layer.
I would think, maybe.
The purple paper
that papery layer. That's awesome.
I'll take all the onions at this point. I love it. Let's just make it a big sandwich. A new wave sandwich.
We're making a stew, baby.
Speaking of onions, I love some onions.
They're onion powder. You know, it's onion
salt.
Our top Rushmore of onion rings.
Yeah. Oh man,
we can do onion dishes.
So good. So good. All right, well, let's do this. This is a great discussion. I love this.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yes,
Smash.
sir.
Do you have something that you can input to the conversation? What's your link? Flipper says he wore out the Synchronicity set album, and that is worth wearing out for sure.
By the way, Kevin Malone's band name is Scrantonicity, based on that. So
okay, all classic.
Nice. All right, are you guys? This is a silly question. You all sitting down?
Yeah, we're oh god.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, we got to pull out the keys and put our driving glasses on.
Oh yeah.
And slide into the vehicle for the cars. Just what I needed.
Oh, good.
Yeah, let's go.
Terrific choice.
Love this.
You know, a great melody, a great kind of, it instantly transports me back to, we had 2 Ames by clerical mistake in my hometown of Rutland, Vermont. One was an Ames, the other one was a Zayres, and Zayres sold out to Ames. So we ended up having, as we say locally, two Ameses. And so that song brings me back to visiting the two Ames. And the great thing about the two Ames, I'll throw this in real quick, is that when one was having the sale on the LJNs and the He-Mans, the other one wasn't. So you could play one off the other when you were doing your Christmas shopping. But the Cars, just what I needed, brings me back to that like you were saying earlier, Kirk, that moment instantly.
Awesome. My favorite is You Might Think.
Oh, such a yes!
I love this song so much.
Yes.
The synth in that
addicting.
song.
And what about Drive? Right?
Oh, the music video alone. That's Timothy Hutton that directed. I did not know that. He directed that like 19 or
Shake
something.
It Up. Shake It Up. What a great song.
Shake It Up.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
A definitive MTV instant classic.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, I love this conversation, but it's my turn.
That's because I know what we're doing.
Cars. Cars.
Yeah.
The Cars, dude. I had to, I mean, since we're going to talk about it, and I got to talk about my part. They are number 2 on my list, and I have 10 songs that I love by them. Tonight She Comes, Drive, Magic, You Might Think, Since You're Gone, Shake It Up, Let's Go, Good Times Roll, My Best Friend's Girl, and Just What I Needed. That's 10 bangers. The Cars.
Ooh.
The Cars were it, man. I love the Cars. Matter of fact, thank goodness that I did this, because if I wouldn't have done it the way I'm doing it, the Cars would have been much lower. And then as I put them on, I'm like, oh, I forgot they sung that. Dang, I forgot they did that too. Gosh, I love that song too. Just like the one you just said, Andy. La 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 la. You Might Think. Yeah. I was like, man, I thought that was somebody else. Like in my head, like, you know, the 80s sometimes blends if you're not really like listening to it all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes you might just like, oh, that's, I don't know, it's the Cars, but you might think it's, I don't know, Aha or whatever. And you're like, oh, I forgot they sung that. And so as I was going through the list, I'm like, man, this band has hit after hit after hit after hit.
Oh, they did.
So 10 hits, the Cars, I'm agreeing with you, Smash, Crushmore. I've got 2 Crushmores on the board now. And
this playlist is going to have a lot of the Cars and a lot of Duran Duran.
Yeah, so far. So I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that, baby.
Tyler, what you think about the Cars? You like them?
Yeah, Tyler.
Yeah, actually, I may have to switch it up because that was going to be my number 1. I'll just be honest.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
that's you. You're going to switch it to. I mean, like you can't. Like it could still be your 1. It's still
okay. Well, I didn't know whether I should have went ahead. I probably ruined it, but no, it's fine. I love talking about it. I just it's funny that that Kirk mentioned it and then
one more
Smash, and it's like. Yeah. Well, I kind of felt bad. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to switch because I don't want to. But no, I'll save it. But I was just going to agree that the Cars are just, man, you turn on the radio like I was to prepare. I was like on Apple Music going, you're right. But all of you, hit after hit, man. It's just like, I imagine in the 80s, you couldn't turn on a radio station without at least hearing one of their songs. I mean, it's just, and you wanted to drive. I mean, so it's perfect that their title was Cars. I don't know how they came about that, but it's neat because it's crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got to jump in though. Benjamin Orr with Drive definitely had like a haunting. It was still new wave, but it was like a haunting new wave, like almost like a different dynamic on it, just a little bit.
It did, and Paulina Poroskova too. I didn't realize her and Rick Ocasek were actually married.
Wow,
the lady in the video.
Dude,
I had to do some homework on that.
Dude, that's a strong pull. That was, dude. Yeah, I might have had a poster or 2 on my wall of Paulina.
Oh, hey, let's just be honest. She's an attractive lady. We're not me. I mean, she still looks good now. I mean, maybe I should have waited.
I'll throw in this joke, and I think
now you got me searching to see what she looks like in 2026.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll throw in this joke, and I know the 3 of you and our viewers will appreciate this. I want to go upstairs, but I don't want the Pope's job. Okay, so I had her poster on my wall too, baby. Come on.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you this. I'll just save I'll save a song for number one because we're already pretty much covering it.
61. She's 61.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, and she actually got divorced in 19, so she's available. She's available.
Oh wow. Yeah.
There you go.
She's been but yeah, this is who I remember as a kid right there. I mean,
Oh, beautiful. I mean, yeah, definitely a model, and
so
I
she
can't
was
blame Rick
married to him.
Gassman.
I mean, see, I should have been a singer.
Well, yeah, but see, you're forgetting her preference. Her preference was cadaverous-looking rock stars. So
I got lucky though. I got a prettier girl than her. So there you go.
yeah, what am I saying? I'm a 25-year man. Love you.
Did I say that out loud? Rick pulled some hotties.
Woo!
Yeah. So man,
Awesome.
that's awesome. That is an awesome pull. Andy, who's your link?
My link. So it's so funny. Every time I think I talk to Smash, I bring this artist up, and may not make many people's top 4, but for me, I just think that this is one of the greatest bands of the 80s. There's so much, so underrated, I think. But like
Def Leppard doesn't fit this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm very curious about this now.
So much that I see in some newer type of music from this band. They were not very long-lived, but again, the whole genre itself was not very long-lived. And I'm going with my one and only female that I'm adding to my list today. I'm going with Dale Bozzio from Missing Persons.
Oh!
My link. I absolutely love this band. I'll listen to it today. I mean, Words, Destination Unknown, Windows, Walking in LA, If Only for the Moment, Hello, I Love You, Mental Hopscotch, Surrender Your Heart. I mean, so many great songs. On top of the fact that the freaking drummer is Terry Bozzio, who may be one of the greatest to play. But dude, I just absolutely love Missing Persons. They have the look, very Cyndi Lauper-esque look for Dale Bozzio, all 4'2" of this lady or whatever she is. But there's something like they're close enough to the new wave sound, like they're familiar enough. But when you listen to them, you're like, that is so different. Like it's an onion. We're talking onion.
Yeah.
But it's different, but it's familiar. I don't know how to describe them. They're very pop punk forward, I believe, with the new wave sound in it as well. Man, I absolutely love Missing Persons. In fact, when we leave here tonight, I think I'm just going to go listen to a bunch of it. But Walking in LA is probably my favorite song from them. But Words, Destination Unknown, like I said, absolutely bangers. I'm going Missing Persons.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, right?
Do you? Look, I'll say
great
this.
pick.
Those are the 3 songs I had on my list. You mentioned them: Destination Unknown, Words, Walking in LA. Mental Hopscotch is pretty good. I had them at 3 or 4. That's a little lower on my list, but Missing Persons amazing. But you mentioned something that I just absolutely love, Andy, was the look. The look of these, like Missing Persons is what, when I sent you that message last night, if you don't look like these guys, you should not be on this. And look at this group.
Look.
New wave.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
the description.
There it is.
I'm curious about the Smash Ventura connection here, Andy. Fill me in, brother.
But look at here.
Well, last time you were on, we did Ladies of the 80s, and Del Bozzio was in my Ladies of the 80s. So I don't know. It feels like when
Is it the hair?
I mean, when I was 10, there you go.
And again, it's very Haley Williams, Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks like
you can see it.
That looks like Haley Williams right there.
It does 100%. So, and you guys know how much I love more. So
great picking up.
It's another great thing.
Andy said something great there is that they were new wave, but they had like this extra layer to them that kind of made them stand out more from, if we compared like three other solid new wave bands.
Yeah, that's a check out Terry Bozzio's drum kit when you look at it.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
Oh yeah,
I don't think it'll fit on your phone. Yeah, exactly.
I talked about a monster set, but I didn't realize he was the drummer. See, I learned something all the time. I didn't realize the connection.
Terry
But
Bozzio.
he's amazing.
And there, look at all.
Yeah,
that's not a drum story, Zach. That's
You imagine they now okay drum solo and he's like
Terry Bozzio is one of the greatest underrated. I think Missing Persons just as general, like they were a flash in a pan, like a lot of artists and bands in the 80s, So
all right, here's a better picture of it, so I can do it sideways so you can see it.
Golly, look at that thing!
wow,
I mean, that's insane.
wow.
It's just impressive how he can play that big of a set. That's what gets me.
And it wasn't even to show off. I think part of that is it's the 80s and everything's big, but he could do all of that, right?
Hey, Erwin, the Eurythmics were mentioned only by a commenter, not by one of us on the panel. But that's a great pick.
I totally forgot that I was saying this whenever I was giving you my mom's top four. And this just so I'll give you the 4-3-2, and then I'll save the one for later. Her four was Missing Persons. Her 3 was Pet Shop Boys.
Ooh.
Her 2 is Duran Duran.
Yeah,
So the solid 3 right there, Mom.
That's a
nice.
solid 3. That's a solid 3.
Those are all great.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, Terry Bozzio played for Korn.
Dude, if you played for Missing Persons and Korn, you are awesome.
Gives you the versatility.
It's so funny.
Go ahead, Andy. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, like, these bands, a lot of the one-hit wonders are kind of that, but like in the 80s where it's like they're not seen for their musicality, right? Like they're not known for that type of stuff, and they're very niche, and like, it's supposed to be all about the music video and the image and all this stuff, but when you actually get into those layers of onion, when you start to see some of these groups, you're like, these are some of the most respectable musicians. We talked about Stuart Copeland.
Now it's stuck. Do you hear me? Like, dude, that's such a cool song. And
there's so many great musicians that came out of this that just don't get the love I think that they really deserve.
Totally agreed.
Man,
well said. Well said.
Another fantastic perspective.
Yeah.
So we're at the George Tyler.
I gave it away.
Tell us about
the song. Yeah, go ahead.
Totally okay.
Tell us about your number one. Who is it? I don't know.
It's the Cars. I think we gave it away. I think
what?
That should have been on the list.
Hey, hold on. It's the what?
It's the Cars. It's that's it.
Triple Rushmore.
Yeah, triple.
Yeah.
Going for the Triple Crown. But what I was going to say, Heartbeat City is another just ominous song. Yeah, they're talking about the synth pads and just Okasic and Smash This Ride with Benjamin Orr too, man. Just Good Times Roll, and I'm probably not getting all the tracks correct, but they just had so many, a plethora of just hits. And I like how they were not, they really didn't view themselves as like rock stars. You hear a lot of their interviews. They're not taking nothing away from other bands, but they're very humble guys, I think, from Ohio, or maybe they were from Boston.
Ohio!
Yeah. And they were, and it's just, they said they appreciated the Wolfman Jack segment when they were invited to do those shows, but they were actually very low key. I mean, of course, they just were pretty straightforward. So it's interesting to see it, because you would think, okay, these guys are just, they're just not your typical rock stars, but in a way they were. I think that was the appeal. They were just, hey, Okasic was just in an interview, just so nonchalant, but yet respectful, and just was smoking these cigarettes and just talking with this lady and going, she asked him, how'd you come up with the Cars name? And then he didn't really answer it, but it was kind of just in this cool way. It's hard to explain. I know I'm going all over the place.
No,
I understand
these
guys. Yeah.
You're right on, brother. You're right on. Totally. Yeah. I totally agree with you, because I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's perfect. Good pick.
Triple Rushmore, Matters.
Rushmore doesn't happen often. And Andy, still has one more pick left, and he's known to change his pick. We could probably persuade him a little bit, but I don't know that he's going Cars. I know I just don't feel it. I don't feel it for a quadruple Crushmore, but maybe. I'm ready to hit the button. But good pick. I mean, and you added another song. If I would have added that one, that'd give him 11, right? And then
yeah, correct.
Yeah, I don't know. And I only went down so far on that list because I was trying to get through 100. I probably could have found more songs I liked in their library. Then
they've got a lot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good pick. All right, the Cars. And what's going on in the chat real quick? I saw something earlier. Actually, my George is actually the Ramones.
Nice.
Okay. That is.
Oh, hey, the Ramones.
Wait. So who's your Lincoln? If that's because you said their Lincoln was the Ramones. Now your George is the Ramones.
His Link was
Did you already say the Lincoln? I guess he already said his Lincoln.
His Link is Corn with Terry Bozzio.
like Mason Miller. Dude,
Right.
that intro to Corn.
I'm not even a Padres guy, but man, that is the coolest.
Religious fanboy comes out. Oh, so he's coming out with songs. Look at this.
99 Red Balloons. That's what
Fear the Reaper. And look, Nina 99 Red Balloons is one of those one-hit wonders. If we were doing songs, dude.
Oh, it's so the hook on
every time I hear 99 Red Balloons, I feel like I'm I'm at the mall and I am hanging out in Gadzooks.
It might be the coolest bass line ever. Boom, boom.
Yes.
Very memorable.
Well,
yeah, Steven. Are you ready? Dude,
yeah, but the thing with 99 Left Balloons is the same problem with Falco's Rock Me Amadeus. All of a sudden, like a few of us on the playground thought we could speak German. And it's like, Apple Danish, rock me, Apple Danish. Right, plan B.
dude,
Gotcha.
I remember this. I didn't really love Amadeus that much, but I loved that. Like the movie, I wasn't like so into it, but that song and that video, I was like, I love this song.
What's so funny though is that the movie inspired Falco to do the song. I was introduced to the song first, and then
me too.
And then there was the American version.
Amadeus.
Well, there was the American version where it was all Falco, and then there was this Canadian version where there was kind of the rap, and they did the 1799. Amadeus composed. That's my favorite version.
Here's the good news: Falco does have one other good hit. They are not a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But then I saw the movie, and they actually showed it in school, which made it like I was like, hey, I'm in a cool school, and I thought to myself, wow, Salieri.
Quentin's coming in hard and saying his favorite song of all time is 99 Red Balloons.
I will say this, though. Goldfinger's cover of 99 Red Balloons is the best covers.
Dude, it almost made our covers. We talked about that. And when we did top covers. Hey, so his Lincoln is the Clash.
Hey.
I always think
there's nothing wrong with the Clash. Yeah.
I always think
should I stay or should I go?
Nintendo. All right. Well,
to you now.
Yes, sir.
Your George, your number one when it comes to music. What you got?
Well, first I'll say I picked this again because my reason for picking this was just instant jolt to a specific memory in the 80s. I've got to go with Spandau Ballet. Gold!
Dude, wow. Spandau Ballet, to me, I think they're a two-hit wonder, if I'm being honest. They're a two-hit wonder because you can count what the lead singer was, the guy who sung, was he the one that sung the Never-Ending Story song?
No, that was Lamal.
So he actually has two songs, because I almost put him on last night. Oh, Lamal. What's his regular band? Lamal. So he was also two. Anyways,
he was in a band.
Oh yeah, it's Kajagoogoo. Yes. He with Kajagoogoo. So I have Kajagoogoo as two, and then I had this band at two because he has two. But that Spandau Ballet, the big hit song, and it is when Andy we put the Midnight Oil song as the thing because we're talking, and you're talking about freaking amazing songs. The beds are
That
burning.
video though.
This song, Spandau Ballet, their big hit is like right behind it. It's like 1A, 1B to me. And I wanted to put them on, but they just didn't have enough other stuff for me.
Yeah. Because like I said, my reasoning is like they don't have enough songs. There are other songs. If you go deep in their catalog, there's ones that'll grow on you. But they weren't like central to a lot of 80s memories for a lot of people.
I'm gonna find which two songs they have.
Gold is
True is considered one of
True.
Yeah, True.
Let's see.
Very true, Andy. Very true.
Yeah.
But there's something about
True is a banger.
Yeah, absolutely.
True is, oh my gosh, True is a banger.
I love the background vocals too.
And there's such a slow burn in True. They do the slow burn that is like True.
Good pick.
That's
True
the
and
song
Gold.
where
So they're two hits to me.
That's the song where if you end up getting it stuck in your head and you're singing it all throughout the house, your wife, hears you in the shower and you're like, this much is true. This much is true. What are you doing in there? This much is true. True.
True.
We've all had those songs, so I'll be listening too, and you'll probably hear it. We'll all singing around the house or wherever in the shower, you name it. It's timeless. How can you not? I mean,
the thing with Gold though is the synth sounds, the way they build it, and and that same kind of the slow burn, and then it's like Gold.
Yeah, True is so good, man. Gold is so good.
Yeah,
I love this pick. What a great Gold, top of the top. Go George, right? So Cars, Spandau Ballet. And I guess it's my turn now. And I kind of gave it away earlier, right? I had to change my whole list for this. My whole list. I'm going with the best four letters, Andy. I'm going NXX.
Oh my gosh.
NXS made me change the whole list last night. I'm like, wait a second, they're new wave? In my mind, so like when I went and looked at it, I was like, yeah. So their beginnings, 87, 86, whatever, very new wave. But towards the end of their stuff, they did fall more what I would consider alternative, more into a different kind of realm. But they also, like the Cars, so they tied. They both had 10 for me. So Need You Tonight, New Sensation, Devil Inside, Never Tear Us Apart, What You Need, Don't Change, Mystify, Suicide Blonde, Original Sin, and Listen Like Thieves. Boom. 10. These I loved NXS, and I kind of mentioned it earlier. There's just something about NXS that brings me to that spot. And that particular spot, when I was, whatever age I was when I was hanging out over there, our neighborhood was the typical 80s neighborhood. BMX bikes all laying in the front yard. We're at this guy's house, that guy's house. If I could go back to a time in my life, it would be that spot, hanging out with those 8 or 9 kids playing football, playing Nintendo, climbing the tree house, dropping our bikes, riding our bikes to wherever. And whenever I hear NXS, boom, I'm there. And for whatever reason, I'm sitting in the Fiat with our friends, ready to go get some ice cream wherever we're going. And our bikes are still in the lawn. And, Devil Inside, whatever it is. This band's cool. I really like this band a lot. Changed my whole list for it because I had to have it, because I was like, okay, I'm here for it. So that's my George. NXS.
I obviously love this pick. This is great.
Great pick. I Need You Tonight.
Yeah, New Sensation. You got to listen to.
I Need You Tonight, dude.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. And you mentioned it, Michael Hutchence, passing away. That was it's when we talk about music, we always kind of fall into this realm. There are so many tragedies in music because of these musicians. and just some of the things they get involved with, the suicide that actually happens, and all the other things that we mentioned, the 27 Club.
Yeah.
All of these guys, it just feel like if you're in music, you're famous enough, you might have some kind of tragedy on your final day, and we always kind of feel it because they sung stuff with like that was my brother, right? You know,
Yeah.
and from another mother type thing. Even though I never met you, shook your hand, you were the soundtrack of my childhood, and I love it. I love it. So
well said, Kirk. That makes me want to throw in that it's the same dangers as being an 80s wrestling fan. I still can't exist like fully normal in a world that doesn't have Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper in it. It just doesn't seem right. It doesn't.
So when I
feel
think
right.
of JYD's death, his death,
yes,
it brings me right to a point in my life. I remember when I learned it, that he got in the car accident. He was actually in Louisiana. We were from Louisiana. He was actually traveling to Mississippi, whatever. And that was probably 1996. I don't remember exactly, but I'm thinking 1996. I was probably a senior and learning about that. But like just all those different moments throughout, like Andre the Giant, whatever, that is the 80s. That is our childhood.
Yeah.
I'm biased to say it's the greatest era, but if you take 90s, 80s and the 90s and you smash them together, I don't think there is a 15 to 20 year span in the history of the world that had more of an impact, that had more of a pop culture, that had more of a, like, if you just think of like sports and politics and all the things that happen in the height of the television, the height of the songs like what we're talking about. I mean, it just brings us right back. And that's why we do this, sound therapy. But there's my George. And I spoke too much on it because we could spend all day just talking about my stuff. But Andy, you're up. And you're up.
No, that's not. But check this out.
Check it out. And who is it?
It's a quadruple Rushmore, but not for me. My mom, actually. My mom's George was. My mom's George was the Cars. So.
Psych.
But
way to go. So wait, I crushed with mom with NXS, Duran Duran, and the Cars. Who else did she have?
She had, she had Pet Shop Boys. Nobody's talked about them yet. So. Missing Persons, Pet Shop Boys, Duran Duran.
Oh, you had Missing Persons. Yeah. Okay.
So, but my George, Kirk, I messaged you last night and I said, man, you could spot this a mile away. This was a shoe in easy.
I have a feeling you're gonna hit the button again.
No, we haven't talked about them once tonight. I don't understand why. Like, I don't even think the chat's mentioned it. They're my favorite.
Okay.
My absolute favorite from the new wave era. Man, and I'm going to go, let's see, let me give you a little factoids. Formed in 1980, genre, synth pop, electronic rock, new wave. Started as a British new wave scene and helped define electronic pop in the 80s. They are known for dark, emotional lyrics.
Oh.
I'm going, let's enjoy the silence. Let's go Depeche Mode.
Oh,
yes, it is my George, my number one. Absolute bangers. I already mentioned Enjoy the Silence, but you got Personal Jesus, you got People Are People,
Personal,
Everything Counts. Just Can't Get Enough if you want to go a little happier on that. But Behind the Wheel, I'll tell you this, man. I talked about I had CDs that I would just throw in as a kid. Music for the Masses is one of the darkest but coolest albums of all time. Super fantastic stuff. It's so crazy because when you listen to Depeche Mode, you listen to early stuff that, and then like the drugs took over, and their music got real dark. But man, I love Depeche Mode because they're okay. Let's continue. Let's wrap it up with the onion analogy. Because when we think new wave and we think pop, we think happy. We think everything's just whatever. But they show you that you can get deep, you can get emotional, you can get real and raw with your lyrics. Strange Love. I mean, what just such great songs from a musician standpoint that you can almost primarily use synth, right, and create masterpieces with it. So I'm going Depeche Mode, or as some people like to say, depressed mode. I love this band. I do think also, again, when we talk about what influence they've had on music now, that you just see that kind of emo and dark kind of stuff even branch off from that. I love Flipper Dude says, when I was a metalhead, we called them Depeche Commode.
Hey, so I'll say this. I love this pick.
Great pick.
I had you pegged for them, but I had you pegged lower in the list.
Oh, no.
I don't know why. I thought you were going to pick Tears for Fears.
Great band. Good band. Absolutely.
But I thought you were going to have Depeche Mode early on, and since you didn't pick them, I was like, man, he's going to say Tears for Fears. But this is great. So in my Benjamins, right, I have one that has 6, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that had 5. This is one of them 5. The other two of them have already been mentioned as well. So 3 of my 5 Benjamins are out, and I have 2 more left. So
Never Let Me Down. I mean, what a song,
dude! I love Depeche Mode. Their voice. So I was kind of mad. They were in my top 4 originally. They were bumped out because of my criteria, the way I was doing it. I wanted to like more songs. And I was like, this is a good song, but I just like, I don't remember this song. And I was going through the list. I was like, oh, this is cool, but I don't really remember this. And then I guess I didn't really listen to Depeche Mode back then, but their top 5 or songs or so to me are simply 80s. Like it's that you wake up and you hear you hear the what is the Pure Moods or whatever, the Simply 80s commercial. Like that black guy that's always talking into the spatula.
Yeah.
But that's really all of the greatest.
Yeah, but Depeche Mode, the Personal Jesus,
dude, that's
is so good.
Well, I wanted to
not even
put
just
them,
because it says Jesus, just it's a good song.
Well, yeah, but it's a good tie-in. But I wanted to put any one of their songs at my number 2, but then my brain trailed off into like songs that instantly remind me of an exact thing, and so I ended up going that route with how I was picking. But man, that's Depeche Mode. We all get a little Depeche.
Depeche Mode is hilarious.
Woo!
And Depeche Mode, yeah. Good pick.
Great pick.
Tyler, do you like Depeche Mode?
I do. I think it's another tremendous pick, and I forgot till Andy mentioned it that they saying that their sound did change. I didn't realize how dark they had become because they sound like a different band. He brought up a great analogy. It's cool though. It's dark, but it's
That's a good line.
For sure.
When the drugs kicked in. All right. Well, that is our show for the night. Just kidding. We have one more round. Now we can't mention anybody we've already mentioned. No more Crushmores. Gotta go out on a limb. And it's the same order. So we call this little ditty the All About the Benjamins. Let's go. So the reason we call it this is because when we first started, I thought, what's a good name for this? And I went looking up, and I found that they thought maybe Benjamin Franklin was going to be the 5th guy on the mountain. And if he missed the mountain, maybe we missed the mountain as well. Who missed our mountains today? You're up first, Tyler. And who are you going to drop? Somebody that we haven't mentioned at all today. May have been in the chat. It's okay if it's been in the chat, but not from our mouths. Who's your first one we should be talking? Oh, by the way, you kind of know a little bit about us because of how we all talk. There might be one that you have that's a little bit you might be able to save for later because you think it might be a little deeper cut. You probably want to hold them off and try and get those big ones that you might think we might pick so that you can get your best 4 is the goal. So that's just kind of a gamesmanship. But like my number, the one I have with 6, I'm saving that till last. and that's because I think it might make it the furthest, maybe, but we'll see. So you're up, Tyler. Who did we miss?
I think one of the comments touched on it, the Eurythmics. I think Annie Lennox and then Dave Stewart, just a combination. I mean, and Sweet Dreams are made of this, and I love when you do the research. Dan Rather does the big interview segments. Well, there's a short on YouTube of Lennox talking about how this song is not really a good story. And she's right. I did not think about the lyrics. It's about, disparaging somebody that you're getting used. And it's true. I don't know why, because I always thought, oh, this is such a cool song and it's happy. So it's neat that Andy touched upon it, but it's very emotional with music. So, and she's talking about the layers. So I have to go with this song. Also, Here Comes the Rain Again. But there's so many other songs. That's two of the big ones. So yeah, the Eurythmics. I just love how different the videos were, and they had their own style too, though it could fit into new wave. She had an operatic type voice than Annie Lennox, and the way she could do runs, it was just different. And I guess the English accent, I don't know, but she's still amazing today. I think she did the Olympics back when they were in London, and she sang one of those songs, and it was like, wow. I mean, there's no change.
Yeah.
It's just
that's
her. Yeah. Oh, she is. Yeah.
Marilyn Manson gave this a good run for his money. But
no, he did.
Yeah, I mean the Sweet Dreams.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. But I have this on my mountain down. I mean, on my Benjamins down a little bit, and it's a great pick. It was on my list. It's on my list. It made the 42. It made the Jackie Robinsons. I had some good songs coming out of there. Steven says The Alarm and Adamant. Those are some good picks.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you're up, Smash. Who did we miss?
Well, first let me say Tyler did a great pick. I mean they were definitely swimming. They were definitely swimming around in my pool, man. I just decided not to catch them this time.
Well, I appreciate it, Smash.
The one I picked is not. I think they definitely could be considered a one-hit wonder, but the impact of that one hit, especially on MTV culture and new wave, I had to pick pop music. Pop music. Yeah.
Everybody talk about.
Hey, speaking of this, Andy, I didn't realize this until last night or the night before last. I have a ornament for my Christmas tree, and it has that M basically on it with a 2.0 behind it, because I'm pretty sure that Cecilia, when she changed the name to Momentum 2.0, used that M as our logo for the youth. I'm pretty sure it is that logo to a T almost. I'll have to send it to you next time I see it. But I was flipping through and I was like, wait, I know that M.
Well, that's the funny thing about our generation. Something little like that's like, wait a minute, I've seen this before. But,
it's got like those Saturn rings around it. Yeah.
Well, I think also an argument could be made or debate at least for pop music that the part where it's doing the rap lyrics. I mean, it really kind of not necessarily helped kick the door open for rap, but it might have creaked just a little bit of the door open.
All right. Good stuff. I am so Andy, I'm nervous. So I have a 6, 2 5s, and a couple 4s. And I'm pretty sure you can pick both of my 5s. You potentially. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna go with this one. I hope the other one makes it back to me.
You're gonna be safe, just so you know. I knowing the route you took, you're gonna be safe.
I'm gonna go. It was been mentioned in the chat one time. I saw it. The Clash. I'm gonna go with The Clash.
Woo!
Rock the Casbah, London Calling, Train in Vain, Should I Stay or Should I Go? I had 5 songs for this. It's 4 of the 5. But I had The Clash, and somebody mentioned it. It was a good band. It's a little bit down. It was in my top 10, but nice. Pirate Radio. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be my. So I mentioned this earlier when it was mentioned. I always thought every time I hear the Clash, I think of Clash of the Demon Head, the Nintendo game, and I just put those together.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. All right.
You get back-to-back picks.
Yeah, so I'm going a different route when it comes to my Benjamins. A lot of these are I just love a song by this.
So you're
group.
going one-hit wonders.
Going one hits. And I think that if you were to tell me today, had we done this show specifically just new wave songs, don't worry about the artist, new wave songs, this is my George. This is my George of new wave songs, because when this song hits, I'm transported to a movie. And I'm going with an interesting band name. I'm going with Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark.
Yeah. OMD, baby.
just because of If You Leave. Did that
Yes!
might be my favorite new wave song. It's so good. The beat, everything about that song is just perfect.
So for
Absolutely.
me, there are 2 hits.
Great.
Yes, I mean, they've got other songs, but If You Leave is
But
like
that song
Instant.
might be on the
So
Rushmore.
in Love, would you say is the other one? Like I don't know. Anyway, it's not as big as If You Leave for sure. Anyway, so that's my first Benjamin off the board here, and then my second one, because I get back to backs. I'm going to go another 2-hit wonder, and I'm going to go with The Human League.
Oh,
The Human League, don't you want me, baby? And then Fascination, which I think is actually my favorite of those 2 songs.
Oh yeah.
Both are
extra.
incredible.
hey, so man,
Right.
I couldn't be happier how this fell into my lap, because this was in my top 4 before.
It's AC/DC, isn't it?
No, but I'm gonna kind of crush more again, but we can't crush. I'm crushing with your mom again, dude. The Pet Shop Boys.
Pet Shop Boys, nice. Yeah. There you go.
Dude, always on my mind.
Yes.
For whatever reason, that song, I had the single, and I had like a one of those stand-up tape decks where you could unfold the speakers and you could close them back and you put your tapes in. That tape occupied one of my things all the time, and always on my mind, I would play it over and over and over again. Opportunities is such a banger. I have them for 5 hits as well. And
funny story about Pet Shop Boys. I don't know why. I always
wait, hold on. There was a Pet Shop Boys remix that I got a hold of back in the 90s, and I loved it. That's kind of one of those things that got me on remixes.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Pet Shop Boys.
I think of every time I pass this place, it's in Slidell. They have multiple places, but I pass a tire place called Pep Boys. I always think Pep Boys when I see the Pep Boys
Pep
logo.
Boys. But there's a Pep Boys here too. It's kind of a nation chain.
Yeah.
Hey, Wall of Voodoo Mexican Radio. There you go.
There's one. But you know, Andy just got me thinking of another Pet Shop Boys story. So one of my talk breaks on the radio show, I'm always trying to think of something funny and relative to the songs I'm going in and out of, and I'm like, so coming up next, we got Pet Shop Boys. You were always on my mind. Please deposit 25 cents to complete this song. And one of my listeners is a producer, and he's like, because of you, I had to do a remix where it sounds like someone's dropping change periodically throughout. This song will be disconnected unless you deposit 25 cents. Please continue. And then it goes back to, you were always
Haircut 100, love plus 1.
Hey, that's a good one too.
I'm glad how my list is panning out. I've got 2 really big ones. I missed out on a couple, but I'm excited. I cannot wait to drop this banger of a Spotify list.
You're not the only one holding aces, baby. This is the gambler, son.
Yeah. So you're up, Smash.
Uh-oh.
What's your 3rd round pick back in the Benjamins?
Oh boy. Okay.
This is his second pick. This is his second. Well,
my second.
Second round pick. Sorry.
Yeah. I have to drop it. I got 3 that are running neck and neck right now. I have to drop it. Modern English. I'm out with you.
Good pick. It's a good pick.
Good pick. I love Modern English. Great.
Love them.
All right, Tyler, you get back-to-back picks now, man.
I've got to go with this song, not only because of the music video, but I love the high note. Aha, Take On Me. I mean, I've got to put it
Yes.
on. Yeah, I mean, you got to. Yeah, I'm not going to dare try to go there, but yeah.
Possibly the greatest music video of all time, too.
Oh, it was groundbreaking. Yeah.
In the conversation.
Now, Tyler, though, why did you go with that one?
You know, they've always been appealing because not only with the videos, but I think because his voice was so just his. I mean, not only with the high note, but the way it builds. The whole song structure was just, you anticipate something, but then that sneaks up on you and like, whoa, he just went up I don't know how many octaves.
It's a fantastic pick, and Tyler's right. It's got a great build up and then payoff. Build up and payoff.
And synth too, yeah.
So late 90s,
Great pick.
late 90s, techno got real big, and the techno version of this song, I remember like putting it in the car and blaring the speakers up max because it was so cool. One of my favorite songs of all time, I'll Stop the World. Aha still sounds amazing today. Yeah, they do. I saw a video of interviewing him as well not long back.
The Family Guy scene where they recreate the music video is fantastic too. If you've not seen the film,
I haven't seen it. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
It's so I can't get the milk. You got to reach all the way to the back, and then reaches to the back.
Yeah. You played that. You actually played that clip. One of the old
way back when we edited things. Yeah.
That was such a great cut scene on Family Guy that I thought, how come that never happens when I go to get milk? Just once. Just once.
Well, true. Yeah.
All right. Well, smash. Now we're in the third round.
Now where Tyler gets a second pick because
I thought he just.
I get a second pick. Oh,
yeah.
No, I think I only named one.
Oh, you only picked Aha. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tyler.
I've got this one now. Hopefully it's new wave. I had a crush on her. She still looks great. She's a second generation singer, of course, from England, but Kim Wilde. I think You Keep Me Hanging On, just that cover of the Supreme song. I mean, I'll be honest, I could watch anything with her. Not sounding weird. She's just that attractive. It's like, okay, I'm there, and she's got a great voice too.
So you got
Kids in America, another great one.
Kids in America, as well. That one. And
America. 65.
That's like the definitive 65. Wow. That Kids in America is like the definitive 80s arcade song. It
like Cambodia too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. No, that
she had a lot of hits actually. I mean, that was her big one, but she had a lot.
This is when she was, let's see, do my math, 65. This is when she was 60 right here.
Yeah. I mean, look, she's still a beautiful lady. Yeah. But Marty Wilde's her dad. He was like their version of Elvis, I guess, but a talented guy. But that was her dad. And Ricky Wilde was the brother. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marty Wilde is leaving the building.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And now Tom Jones is following him. Here we go.
But Tom Jones is, if he leaves the building, you can follow him because you can hear him down the hallway. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Then we do the
Where's Carlton at? Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, Kim on, love that pick. We're back to you, Smash. You're next.
Yes, sir.
Didn't make the.
This one's inspired by my love of the movie. Echo and the Bunnymen.
Yes.
Yeah. People are strange.
I love that.
There's something haunting, and it takes you in. It takes you in. Like
great band name.
Oh man.
Yeah,
the Lost Boys, right? I mean,
that's a good one. I
would say I like.
You guys are mentioning a bunch of bands that I have one or two songs. I still love all these bands. They just
Looks Like Sugar is a great song.
Great.
Yes.
But I've got one here. This is going to be the lowest I have on my list because now it's my pick. And another female, another great voice from the 80s. I'm going to go in with the Pretenders.
Oh.
Or Chrissy Hine.
Nice.
So,
yes.
I'm going Brass in My Pocket, Back on the Chain Gang, Middle of the Road, Don't Get Me Wrong. I had 4 songs for them. And yeah, that's pure 80s there. My last pick, I'm hoping well, since Andy told me he's going one hit wonders, he might actually pick this because some people think they're a one hit wonder, but I don't agree. Yeah, Chrissy rocks.
Yeah. All right. So I get two more. Yeah, I get two more here. Man, which route do I want to go? I think I'm gonna do okay. So going back to the one hit wonder side of things, possibly my next favorite song. If we were to just do songs, this one would have made it for sure up there. Also, I hate that they chose this band name as a one hit wonder because I want this band name. I think it's a great band name, just absolutely fantastic, but it's wasted on a band that really didn't do anything. I'm going with When in Rome because of The Promise. I'm sorry, I was thinking of the right. That song so good.
That song is, dude, you're picking like 4 of my favorite songs of all time.
Right, dude, it's such a good song. But I listen to that song quite a bit. It's gonna be hard to pick 2 songs because when you go to look at When in Rome on Spotify, it's like The Promise 2005 remix.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, I got nothing. But we'll find something. Good stuff. I love that song. And then my final pick. I mean, dude, we've talked about it enough. I gotta throw them out there.
Are you gonna find another band?
Kajagoogoo. Let's just do it. Let's say it because what a cool band name. Just everything 80s. It's the look of the 80s. We got to go Kajagoogoo.
Yeah, so they're like a one hit wonder, but they did sing the Never Ending Story song.
Yeah,
the lead singer did.
Yeah, maybe we'll count that. Do you guys count that if I throw it in the Spotify list?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm on board.
So, Dexter's Midnight Runners. Here we go. Hey, so this one, I had this tape. Actually, I still have this tape. Give me a second. I think it's right over here. So let me see. I think it's still in here. I think. Look at this old tape case.
I'll tell you that he brought the street cred, didn't he? Look at this old tape case.
I think it's in here. I think, but it might not be.
Yeah, he sure did.
No. Dang it! I don't think it's in here. So I had this tape, and they're widely considered a one-hit wonder, but I would listen to this beginning to end, from front to back, the whole tape, over and over again. This brings me back to like, I don't know when they were big, but like 8-year-old Kirk. I'm trying to think of what year it was, but I am going with the Information Society. Pure Energy is like the one.
Dude,
but beginning to end, this CD or this tape back in the day, I would listen to the whole thing. I think Reflections is one of the songs. But yeah, Information Society.
Wow.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Pure Energy, dude.
Yeah.
I almost had him in my top 4. I took him out because that was going to be my on the edge one, Andy, for my Rosie. And I knew that you guys weren't going to call on that one, but Information Society.
Yeah, pure Energy is just a rocking song. It is energy. It's perfect for it because you feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I somehow when I was going through my picks, I somehow missed that one. That is wow, great pick.
Yeah. I just loved them. I loved them as a kid. I think my sister might have had the CD. Whole lot of electronic. It's kind of like the early. It's like what techno ended up becoming.
Yeah.
Repetition is the name of the song. Repetition. I was saying Reflection. Repetition. Think. Walking Away. I want to know what you're thinking. Yeah.
What's on your? What a good song.
Dude.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that's a real quick, Kirk. That's a musical Tourette's thing, because I literally will say like if somebody says I want to know, I'm always what Joe.
You just immediately
tell me what's on your mind.
And then people at the grocery store look at me weird. Tell me what's on your mind.
Call the police.
Okay, so wait, hold on, time out. We're not done yet, Stephen. But just throwing this out there. If If you ever watch the show or come around the show, if you find my thumbnail, whatever I usually pick there, I try and it might be a red herring. A lot of times I put a red herring out there. It's something that I think is probably there, but I'm not going to pick it. Culture Club actually had 4.
Well, George had some red hair.
I picked Pretenders, but Culture Club was in the same frame. I had 4. And then the song I picked Midnight Oil. The beds are burning because it's a one-hit wonder, and I wasn't picking one-hit wonders, but that song is a banger. So yeah, they might pick it though. They might pick it. So Tyler and Smash, you guys are left. You each got one pick left. Smash, you're first.
If we gotta start the engine again because in a different way. Gary Newman, Cars. I mean,
oh, dude, this was on my list down lower.
It's one of those that definitely I think fits the mid A B layer of the onion, but also it's one of those ones you're driving along, it pops up on the radio, boom, 80s, just instant. Here in my car, na, 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 na.
Yeah, it's just got the hook.
Very robotic.
Sure, definitely minute work for sure.
I had an older cousin who joked, he's like, did you know that Rob the Robot that comes with the Nintendo actually did that song? And I was a little kid and I was like, really? He goes, yeah. Here in my car, I dropped the pipe on the plumber.
Car.
Catchy song. Like,
all right,
very much so.
We just had the NFL draft, and in the NFL draft, the last pick of the draft is always
Murdoch,
Mr. Irrelevant, and this guy has a really cool name.
What a name!
Yeah,
really cool name. But you're up now, Tyler. Who is Mr. Irrelevant for our?
Who is your red
wave? This is Brock Purdy. There's a couple. There's a kicker. He's had the longest career. What's his name? Doesn't matter. Who's your last pick of the draft? Let's close this thing down. Well, we're still gonna do our game, and then
we still got it.
Well, here's my pick, and I think we mentioned Duran Duran. We talked about him. The Power Station, Robert Palmer, Some Like It Hot. I love that song. I mean, just that drum. I mean, Andy appreciated. He just beats that snare, and just those guys on bass and guitar. What a rhythm section, and Robert Palmer, for crying out loud, so smooth on vocals. What a combination. So I'm going there. This is a shout out. This is a shout out to my wife. This is a shout out to my wife. I love her to death. Maybe she's watching. She doesn't normally watch. You know why she doesn't normally watch? Because she's always like, you guys know so much stuff. I have no idea what you're talking about. And she's like, so I showed her my list, and she's like, I don't know any of those bands. Can you just show me a song, like what it is? Like, tell me what you pick. And I was like, well, give me something that you might think of. And she's like, what's the one? She's like, is this one count? What's the one with all the ladies with the slick back hair?
Oh.
And I'm like,
Addicted to Love.
Addicted to Love.
So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm like, when she first said it, I'm like, the Go-Go's, the Bangles, and I'm going through a list, and she goes, hold on. And she looks it up, and she goes, this guy, and she didn't show me the name. She just showed the picture. And I went, oh, Robert Palmer. And she goes, that's why I don't watch. The fact that you know that in the back of your brain tells me why I don't watch. That's ridiculous that you know that.
Also,
she goes, wait, this is the best part. She goes, see, you store stuff like that in your brain. I store mayonnaise is $1.50 cheaper.
Yes.
And she goes, this is why I'm not watching. Anyways, fun story. But Robert, she had that.
Fun Robert Palmer story. Also, my wife really loves Robert Palmer. And when we early on in our dating, we might have been married, but it was early on. I remember we were listening to it in the car, and she said, man, it would be so awesome. Like, I wonder if Robert Palmer is going to do a concert near. I was like, babe, Robert Palmer died like 20 years ago. And she's like, what? Like, no kid. Like, I broke the news to her.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he died September 26th in 2003.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't 20. I mean, it was like 5-10 years before that we had this conversation.
He had a heart attack.
Yeah. So
That's sad.
it was kind of that funny thing. So we still talk about it today. We're like, man, Robert Palmer concert.
Well, I'll throw in a funny story too. So I moved around a lot as a kid. One of the places we moved to, if you held the rabbit ears just right, we got in like one of those knockoff networks, as I used to refer to them, where they had this great combination of Thundercats and He-Man and G.I. Joe after school, and that where they mishmash the shows that were more known for. Wait a minute, that's an NBC show and that's a CBS show. Well, on Sundays at midnight, for some reason, they had a rerun of Superstars of Wrestling, followed by an episode of not World Championship Wrestling, but their Saturday show. But it was the NWA, with Nikita Koloff and those guys. And for some reason, the promo decided to feature Ric Flair and Some Like It Hot, and they synced up his chops. Some like it hot, some like it hot. Yes,
That's so
that.
I need to find that video. We need to find that.
Yeah,
I wish I could
absolutely.
find it. Yeah, it was awesome. It's like, how come this is what the NWA needs to get over the Rock and Wrestling? Some like it hot.
So if you've come around the show, you may not have. It's been a while. You may not have seen the fact that we've added a third segment. This is our wheel that we use at the convention. It's got 13 games on it. I think. Wait. $17 games on it. It's got 17 games on it. But we're not going to use all of them. Some of them are just too much of a segment, so I'll respin if they land there. There's like 6 of them that I'm going to skip. Whatever it lands on today, we're going to have a challenge between Tyler and Smash. It's just a fun bragging rights thing. And so we'll see. And not all of them are challenges. Some of them are just fun stuff to talk about. So we'll see where it lands. And if it lands on one of those, I'll respin again. Oh.
Wait a minute. So does that mean if Tyler goes over $1 that I get to kick Bob Barker in the
Hey, so we haven't done this one in a while. It is coming in hot take.
Oh, coming in hot take.
You got to have a hot take. So something that you think, but most other people may not want to think about.
We'll just say it can be anything music.
If bonus points if it's new wave, but anything music. What is a hot take that you have about music? We'll all do one. How about we'll all do one? I'll come up with one.
Yeah, let's all do one.
Yeah.
And we could just throw it out popcorn style, just so that we could think about it.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Anybody got a thought? They want to be the first person with a hot take?
Is it okay if I go in the grind my gears direction on this?
Yeah, that's good. What really grinds your gears, Peter?
Well, that Homer, I can't do Peter, so I'll do Homer. That Family Guy completely ripped this out.
Yeah, you could do a Homer. Yeah. No, what grinds your gears? What really irks you? What smashes your Ventura?
When someone says new wave, and I'll say the very casual person, because Andy and Tyler would not count in that because they'll know the difference here. But I'm talking the very casual person when the 80s comes up, and you mention new wave, and they instantly assume from the dawn of new wave to the end, it was bright neon the whole time.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts because you look at the clothing commercials from even as far as early 1986. There were bright colors, sure, but the neon part of it with the blinding pink and the blinding yellow, that wasn't really all over the place until about 1987, give or take. And it just that it was neon like that the whole decade. No, it wasn't.
There you go. That's a good hot take. That's a good coming in hot take. I've got one if anybody is still waiting on one.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm still waiting a little bit. Yeah.
You want to go with mine? So mine's not necessarily specific to new wave, so I'll forego the bonus points here. But mine deals with cover songs. if you are an artist and you are covering a song, do something different with it. I don't want to hear karaoke. I don't want to hear you singing the song the same way that it was done before. I appreciate someone who takes a completely different take on whatever that song may be, right?
Yeah.
Do something to change the genre, change the timing. Maybe if it's a high energy song, bring it down acoustic, or maybe if it's something else, like do something that makes me want to listen to it. Otherwise, the first one is typically going to be better. So I'll just listen to that one just because it's now recorded with new technology and maybe it sounds better, higher quality. I don't care. The reason I bring this up is because Tracy Chapman's Fast Car. Was it Luke Combs did the cover of it? Is it
Luke Combs?
Yeah. Listen, no hate to Luke Combs. He's a great singer. I don't need to hear that song. You did the same thing. You did the same song again. And Tracy Chapman might be one of the most underrated artists of all time.
Yes.
You don't touch that song. No, if you take Fast Car and you're to like do something different with it, I'm like, at least I'm interested. It may not still be better. And again, cover songs are not necessarily about improving them or making them better, but it's give me your take.
Artistic spin on it.
It's lazy to me that you just took it. And what it sounds like to me is it's a cash grab, right? It's like the studio told me to put this song out. We're going to do this. So there's my hot take. Don't give me a cover song that sounds that you did nothing with, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs of all time.
Hello, Fire with 2 3s in it.
Yeah. One of my favorite cover songs of all time is Johnny Cash's cover of Nine Inch Nails' "Hurt," because and Trent Reznor.
It's a wonderful cover.
And said that's Johnny's song, like he wrote it. Trent did, but it became Johnny's song because of what he did with the song.
Mm-hmm.
So that's point in case right there. But
well said, Andy. Yeah.
Here's a hot take, and this might be a get off my lawn. It might be, but
and yet I'm the oldest one of the group.
And here's the thing. I remember as a kid, my dad telling me your music sucks, but I never thought his music sucked.
Yes.
Like even though he was sharing it with me, the oldies of the time, I never thought his music sucked. When I was growing up, I didn't know where I kind of fit in. I usually listened to a lot of what my sister listened to, and she was 7 years older than me. So I listened to a lot of her mix of stuff, and she was big on hair metal, right? She was big on Def Leppard. She was big on Bon Jovi. She was big on Motley Crue. She was big on all that. But, Information Society was one of the things she had. I remember her having like Kool and the Gang and, all these little tapes. And I remember, but I fell in love with rap. I fell in love with rap when I got into mid. Then as I got into college, it went to more of a metal side, new metal side, Rage Against the Machines, whatever. But I'm going to be honest, like most music for me stops about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
It just,
I'm there.
A hard boom.
Yeah.
I'm done. I don't like if I turn on the radio and it's something newer.
Mm-hmm.
And now I kind of feel like my dad. Like I was like, well, I guess this is how he felt. My catalog is much bigger than his because I just have a much longer time. I listen to his stuff. I listen to my sister's stuff, but my kids' stuff, a lot of it, I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Right.
And now I feel like my dad.
Yeah.
But like, and the reason I say that, and I guess they said that this as when I was a kid, but they didn't get our music. But the music that we're hearing is so repetitive, the same thing over and over again, like boom. Like how many times can we say the same 3 words 600 times in a song? And I'm like, that was the whole song. It was really just a beat. It kind of reminds me of like Pee Wee Herman. The tequila song, and they only said that. Let's do that, but say tequila 700 times, and we made a new song. I don't know. There's just not a lot of artistry to the writing of the songs. Yeah. I'm okay with rap nowadays. Kendrick Lamar, great stuff. I listen to that stuff, but like most of the time, I'm like, I wasn't impressed. And I love when you bring up the GOAT conversation. You're like, he's not Tupac, and like the kids are like, are you kidding me? He's way better than Tupac. I'm like, Not even close.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. And it's like you're the same guy that says LeBron's better than Michael Jordan. Get off my lawn, old man. But I will just say, I love all kinds of music. There's just not a lot that I and here's the great thing. Here's the great thing, hot take about that. All of my kids, every one of them, listen to my music. Every one of them.
Yeah.
And they'll come to mine. It just like I would go to my dad's. But the other way, it's just kind of weird. I don't know.
No, I totally get that because like my dad was born in 1953. I loved the music of that era.
My old man was born in 41. So even a little more.
Yeah. Each
like
era.
Poison Ivy. I mean, that's the kind of stuff he listened to, and I'd be like, "This is awesome."
I think it just depends on the person, really, because I mean, if I could spend a week in one other era other than going back in time and hanging out in the 80s, I'd hang out in the 50s. There's something about that. Heck, I'd even spend.
We should have a movie about somebody traveling between the 80s and the 50s. Wouldn't that be really?
We should.
We should.
Really, you know what?
Let me shout out real quick. I missed all this while we were talking. Hello Fire is
my cousin.
My cousin. Awesome. He said yes, sir. So that's your cousin D. I'm guessing. Welcome in. Since you are a friend of the family, you're a friend of ours. D. Hello Fire. I'm going to send you a bone while they're talking.
You guys know him. His wrestling name, if I could ever talk him into being a professional wrestler, he's at least on the 2K game, but D-Rack.
Oh,
perfect name. You guys know him.
I like it.
D-Rack.
Yeah, love it.
All right, Tyler, do you have a hot take when it comes to music?
Yes. It took me a while to think about it, and I mean, no disrespect, but this is a hot take and something that was new to me, and I'm starting to respect the frustrations as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm gonna have to jump on it. Well, and finally, Iron Maiden's getting in there. It's about time. I mean, they are rock, and now Phil Collins, I get, and don't get me wrong, I love Oasis. I mean, that's fitting. I love Luther Vandross and Wu-Tang Clan is what I mean. But they should not be. They're not in rock, though. As much as I love all styles of music like you all do. That's been one thing. Bad Company, I'm not sure that they're in. Boston, is Foreigner in? I mean, some of these bands.
It took Kiss years.
Right?
Yeah, Kiss. Yeah. Don't call yourself a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, though. Just call your. Oh, excuse me.
No, go ahead.
No, you're good.
No, I agree with the cure. No, I agree with the comment. I wanted to stop in case you needed to shout out. But I was just going to say it's not that I'm coming to at this controversially is what I'm trying to get at. But it's like I get some of the nominees, but it's like don't call it a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Then call it like a Music Hall of Fame if you're going to include. Because I love Luther Vandross, but don't put him in there with Iron Maiden and all these other people. It's just that's a hot take. Yeah. Yeah, least favorite fruit. That's good.
That's an excellent hot.
Mariano's in the house. What are new wave artists? New wave artists is a type of music that happened late 70s, early or most of the 80s. Has a lot of synth and keyboard ish stuff. It fits.
Asher agrees. He says it's a joke, and I don't recognize his existence.
So can I have a secondary? Can I have a secondary hot take? Can I say?
Yeah.
Sure. I think we all need one now.
The idea of any Hall of Fame, it irritates me. Like all of them are such elitists, and they. My favorite player of all time needs to be in the dang Baseball Hall of Fame. I don't care what anybody says, and he keeps getting voted out. Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly got hurt. He didn't make it, but I can show you numerous players that weren't half the player, and it's because of who we allow to vote these things in. We talked about the NFL Hall of Fame and the things that we hate. We talked about the Baseball Hall of Fame, in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So. What I don't like about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and you mentioned it. Oh, by the way, hello, Ashton. I was trying to kind of say hello and kind of went off, but the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I bet it started off just rock, but they realized they just named it wrong. They should have called it the Music Hall of Fame, first of all. And if you're called the Music Hall of Fame,
if you want any, Iron Maiden's finally getting inducted. Phil Collins, Missy Elliott was inducted in 2023.
That's
Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Well, coming from out of nowhere.
Phil Collins.
If I could
Phil
backtrack
Collins
on
to
this,
me might be the most underrated, and that's
Yes.
crazy.
yeah,
It might be crazy. He might be the most underrated singer.
Yeah,
of all
much respect to him. Yeah.
You guys got me fired up now. Let's backpack onto the so-called WWE Hall of Fame and what they did to Sid recently. What in the flying heck?
Yeah.
I'm with you. It's ridiculous.
So
We're gonna
the Rock
introduce
and
this-
Roll Hall of Fame is a joke. I don't recognize its
Yeah.
existence. I love this. Mariano, you just came in just a little late on my little rant, but he's like, so Unk music is crazy. But I do recognize Prince's performance the night he was inducted. Prince is and always will be the GOAT. And then my birthday was 3 days ago. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
to you. Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Wait a minute. We'll go all like 80s on this. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Excuse
Hey,
me.
we
All
got
right.
a new friend, Case Tractor. Never met you. You're in the chat. Welcome. We like to call it the Summit Squad. This is for you. It's almost time for us to go, but here you go. And Case Tractor comes in hot saying they should have inducted Bob Welch with Fleetwood Mac in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but it didn't happen. Bob has done a lot for Fleetwood Mac. Well, Andy would argue a hot take that Fleet Mac don't belong in the any Hall of Fame, right, Andy?
I mean, in the Poop Hall of Fame, Stevie Nicks.
Wow.
Wow.
Nuclear
Whoa,
heat.
whoa.
There's a hot take.
Here we
There's a
go.
hot
I wasn't sure if the internet was ready for that one yet.
You know what? Now I'm going to have to move to where Andy is and follow him around and get on a. I don't know the difference between our height and just make sure I'm close to your ear and be like, tell me lies, tell me lies.
Andy
Don't
does
stop.
not like her singing.
Stevie Nicks is for white ladies who have cats and love Halloween.
Wow.
Do it
Okay,
is-
you know what?
my heart breaks.
Now I'm going to have to up the ante. Now I'm going to follow you around, and no matter what you're doing, I'm going to be like, everywhere. Ben, could you give me 5 minutes or smash? Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah. Fleetwood Mac is okay when Stevie Nicks has nothing to do with it. I'll just say that.
Wow.
Lindsey Buckingham's okay, at least.
Woo.
I like Lindsey Buckingham. Yeah.
Andy just pulled off the music version of Vince McMahon heat for me. He really did.
No, he did.
You're fired.
I was not expecting this, but I've enjoyed it.
Well, if you've
Great.
ever
I
been
love that
around
thing.
this show during music, it's mentioned at least 2 or 3 times a year. My daughter, Fleetwood Mac's her favorite band, and she gets mad when he says that.
So wait a minute. If Stevie Nicks does Rooms on Fire, Andy's the one that shows up with the marshmallows and hot dogs. Is like, let's do this.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to start a fire, all right, and I'm not talking Billy Joel either.
We didn't start it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we didn't start. the fire.
Ashton
Well,
doesn't
you're
agree.
right.
Look at that. Look at that right there.
Yeah.
Not even Peter Green Fleetwood. Rumors are huge.
That was a big album.
Case
aware
Tractor
of
says
him.
my favorite is Peter Green era Fleetwood Mac. Barry, 1 Police, 2 In Excess, 3 Cars, 4 Duran Duran. He built the actual. So Barry knew the assignment. He actually built the real Rushmore, the actual monument. He took the 4 biggest of all. And Barry, that's a great choice. So with that being said, we are towards the end of our show. Guys, it has been way too long to have both of you on the show again. We can't wait to book you again. So let's talk about what's coming up next, Andy. I don't have all of the topics picked, but we're moving into movies and TV. There are 2 topics that aren't picked completely yet, but there are some that might kind of move around over the next week or two as we kind of
news. I think based on the voting next week, we will be talking about
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
All right. So, but we can still do Will Ferrell coming up soon too.
No.
I love Will Ferrell movies.
Yeah.
So next week we move into movies and TV. We will be talking, starting off really hot with our buddy Aaron and Alex. We will be obviously talking about Robin Williams movies. And then the next week we will have movies that touch the soul. That one is kind of a very loose. We're going to have to map that out a little bit better, I think. Currently, right now, the next week we're going to talk about. They wanted to do cartoon theme songs. I said, hey, how about doing underrated? We've already done cartoon theme songs, but about like hidden gem cartoon theme songs might be it. They haven't answered, but I think it is a go. That's the one where our buddy Hector's going to be on. He will be on with Next Gen Nerd. The one with movies that touched my soul. Both of those guys are new, not only to the channel, but new to being a host. So we'll probably chat that through a little bit. May 28th, by the way, we won't have an episode. That we will. That's camp week, right, Andy? I guess no.
It'll be the following week.
So June 4th is the camp
the
week.
Following week after that. So June 8th through the 12th. June 11th, I'm out.
June 11th, you're out. June 11th. What is May 28th? What's May 28th? Something's happening. I don't know. What May 28th, we don't have a show. I don't remember why. Andy. Why?
I'm moving.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens to our generation. We're all experiencing
We're
something.
old. Get off my lawn. Yeah, we're old. The Queen is Queen one. Queen would not be one necessarily, Mariano, but that is a great 80s band.
It is.
So, and then June 4th, we have anime openings. Religious Fanboy was here earlier with Beneath the Tangles. That's basically intros for anime shows. Ricky Castro from N Squared Podcast and Zach Schnack. Andy won't be there for this one. We are talking espionage movies, spy movies. And then June 18th, the very first time ever, we're going to talk Pokemon on the show. We're going to talk about your favorite Pokemon, and we're going to have to give its favorite art to go with it. That's kind of what they've come up with. We actually have a really great cast here. This is a bigger show. It might take a little longer, but we have Trevor Hart, which is Pokey Trev. We have Matt Hennigan, which is Dusty Flotilla. And we have Pokey Talk, which is their first one. That's 3 PokeTubers. Then last but not least, this is one that hasn't been picked yet. There's a bunch of really good topics that have been thrown out. But Isaac, who's been in the chat before, is going to be on the show with James Harleman, which is the Popcorn Theology channel. Isaac's been in the channel. Keen, I'm pretty sure, is 2000. Queen? I'm not sure. But no, that's... If you're talking Queen, that's not real. It's not.
Keen is a band from the 2000s.
Oh, Keen is
okay. Yeah.
Queen. It really has to do a little bit more of the punk side of things, which in the 80s was a lot of keyboard and a lot of angst in different ways. But anyways, so think some of the bands that have been put out here: The Police, The Cars, Duran Duran. We named a bunch, but that's the end of the show today. Yeah. Guys, before we leave, let's share your channels, what you got going on. Smash, since you went second last time, you go first this time.
All right. So on YouTube, we're living in the 1980s with Smash Ventura. You can catch the return of Smash Ventura TV. What Smash Ventura TV is me sitting in my fancy 80s studio showing 80s commercials, movie theme music, this, that, giving you my take on it. It's been gone for a year. So Saturday night, May 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern, every single week for a year plus and coming is Smash Ventura TV on We're Living in the 1980s with Smash Ventura YouTube channel. Now, if that's not enough 80s for you, Sunday night, May 3rd you can hear 3 hours of one of the finest 80s radio shows you're ever going to hear with me and 80s music on star1079.com every Sunday night at 8 p.m. We're living in the 1980s with Smash Ventura. That's every Sunday night on star1079.com. Also, if you want to know everything that I'm doing, you can check out my website at officialsmashventura.card.co. That's official smashventura.card.co, and I'll have all the links and all the stuff that I'm doing in the magical, enchanted Smash Ventura universe. Hop in the DeLorean. There's enough room for everybody. Let's go back in time and have a great time, folks. Thanks, guys.
Good pick.
Thank you,
Good
man.
stuff.
Thank
And
you.
hey, Tyler, tell us about Tyler Talks, Tyler Takedown,
Yes.
everything you got going on, and then we'll tell everybody good night.
Yes, you can check out Tyler's Takedowns and Tyler Talks Music both on the DDP Productions Spotify feed, also available on Apple Podcasts, just everywhere you can find a podcast. Also, it's in association with SJP World Media. They're also a terrific network based in the UK, but obviously have links to the States, including myself. And I've got a blog called Tyler's Take WordPress.com. I know it's from an old podcast, so gets a little confusing, but it has articles similar. It's got wrestling, it's got music, some movies as well. So check that out. And that's really all there is. And I'm on hiatus right now, but I'm still sharing content. I'm all over Instagram, X, and Facebook. So you can find me on those fun platforms. And it's just been an honor to be on this show with Smash Ventura and Kirk and Andy on the Rushmore Show. And it's been a lot of fun, gentlemen. So thank you.
Thank
Real
you.
pleasure.
Yeah,
Honored to
man.
be here with you guys. Honored.
So
Honored.
real quick,
Yeah, it's a privilege.
Real quick, I was going through this little tape thing. 2 tapes I got to show you, Andy, just too quick, and then I'm out. Look at this. This is duct tape right here.
Oh,
Remember that? You remember that? You got to cover the little thing, you have to tape over them. This tape right here, it doesn't have anything on it, but I know what this tape is. This tape, if I could listen to this tape right now and it actually worked, there would be me and about 6 of my friends back in the 80s hanging out at the clubhouse with a little tape deck hitting the record with you push the 2 buttons there like this, and we're recording the War of the Worlds, and we're shooting.
Yes.
We're going like do, 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 and we're doing all this. That is on this 100%. I know it's on this. And if I could listen to this right now, I probably would cry because I would hear the voices of 2 of my friends that are not around anymore. Yeah, I bet that is on there. The other thing is this. Mariano, by the way, if you're still here, thanks for coming. And then look at this one. This is also from that same time frame in the 80s. But let's see what that says.
wow.
Club MTV Party.
That
What-
is hardcore, man.
What is on this? What is on this? It doesn't have anything on the back, but what is on this one? I don't know. But that sounds fun. That was the 80s for you. But hey guys, thanks for being here. I can't wait till next week. 2 weeks left of school for me, so I'm going to be working real hard on trying to do some extra things for us. Maybe going live on Fridays like we do in the morning sometimes, doing a Friday morning fellowship. I'll have a little bit of my summer, a lot of my summer opened up, except that I will be doing some sports. Andy is in the process of moving. We've got summer camp coming up. A lot of things going on. I'm trying to figure out what May 28th is, Andy, and why we skipped that one. I love the suggestion, by the way, in the chat, Andy. Andy's thinking Rushmore of movie scenes. What do y'all think about that?
Oh,
That's a good pick.
that's a good
Well,
one. Yeah.
I think it is good.
That's a good pick.
I have the top 2 picked right now.
Yeah. You have your top. I mean, it depends on which way we're going. Are we going emotion? All of mine might be sad. I don't know that I want to have a sad.
Yeah, but you know what? If you guys broke it up, you could do like an action version and an
Yeah,
emotional
yeah.
version
Love it.
and like
I love it.
iconic lines.
very true.
And there's a lot
Well,
of
look,
areas you guys can do.
we're heading into Joe Rogan status. We hit the 3-hour mark.
Hey, pull up that clip, Jamie. Jamie, wow. Pull that up.
All right. Yeah. So thank you guys for being here tonight.
Thank you guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
so Andy, time to go. Tell everybody good night.
Let's say goodnight. Let's say it like we always do. This is the Rushmore Show. It's all about your top 4
and nothing more.
Nothing more.
We need your money.